What's going on, my friends? It's your girl, Lauren Gardner and Cameron Maybin, coming to you from the MLB Network studios. And we are getting ready to do something, Cam, that's never been done before.
Can't wait.
It is the YouTube alternate broadcast. So, of course, it's the Mariners and the Angels. That will be on the primary channel here on YouTube. So, fear not, okay? If you are here just to watch the game, go ahead. But what we're about to do is bring on creators from every space, from fashion to food, all the different content, of course, here in sports and baseball. And we're just going to hang out and talk. I mean, let's start with one of my favorites, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
How do you not love Bill Nye? I learned everything that I know about science from Bill Nye the Science Guy. So you can't wait to have him on. So many others. I'm looking forward to seeing Courage. I mean, his gaming content is incredible.
Yes.
You know, hoping to get on that gaming team. I don't know if I can get a tryout or a little tutorial. Something
Don't know until you ask, my friend.
But, you know, I mean, Feeney. We've got a lot of amazing.
Superstar.
I mean, how do you do it? We need some tips. We're trying to get our followers up.
Yep.
LG and myself, IG, TikTok, whatever it is, help us out. We need some tips.
We need to figure it out.
Wait.
Caleb Green is in the house.
Caleb Green.
He's part of our creator class here with MLB. Huge baseball fan. I love all of his videos. He creates amazing content. We also have some barbecue in the house.
Cannot wait to eat.
Talking food,
North Carolina.
BBQ.
You know I love barbecue.
So what is it?
Let's
Is it vinegar?
They do a little vinegar-based rub.
It's always different.
A little
different
taste,
parts
but
of the
I love
country.
it all. I cannot wait. I can't wait to eat good, watch a baseball game, talk, creative content. We need to know. I want to know. What's the cheat code? How do we do it?
We need to figure out the cheat code. We're also going to be talking with the Stadium Custom Kicks guys. We're going to talk about cleats, how they make those kicks look so good, just like yours, what you're rocking right now. I'm just rocking the casual because we're gonna be sitting on a couch, just hanging out for the next 3.5, 4 hours, watching baseball, talking to all your favorite content creators. And we also started in the makeup game with Miss Aaliyah J.
Wait.
She got me ready.
Ladies,
she got me ready.
Watch
Natural
that.
glam. Check this out. We're gonna get you set.
All right, Miss Aaliyah J, I am ready to get set for basically like game day makeup. It's 88 degrees in Anaheim, so it's gonna be warm, it's going to be sunny, but I also wanna look like a little glam for the game, so how do we do this?
Right, so today I'm gonna be doing Lauren's makeup. We're gonna be glamming her up, and we're not gonna be going full glam because, like she said, it's 88 degrees in Anaheim. It's really hot. She's gonna be on the field. Well, not on the field. You're not playing baseball.
No, but I could get on the field if you want me to. I do report a lot though, and I
Okay.
find myself like on the field reporting, even most recently in like the All-Star game in
Right.
Los Angeles, and it was so hot. And then I find myself in humid places where I'm like, okay, how do I get my makeup to stay and look nice, but like also like withstand the elements?
Right, exactly. So that's what we're gonna be accomplishing today. I'm gonna glam her up with some simple steps. Super easy to do at home, super easy to do anywhere, on your friends, on your family, and I'm gonna show you on Lauren. So, as you can see, Lauren looks amazing already. She doesn't have on anything except for the primer, which makes her skin look really, really good. So I definitely recommend you to use a primer, a moisturizer, anything that you want that's gonna make sure your skin is moisturized all day because it is really dry and hot in Anaheim. So we have that done already. First things first, I'm gonna go into her eyes. Lauren has really nice eyelashes, and her eyelashes are really light as well. So we're gonna go in with some mascara, and we're gonna kind of darken her eyelashes up just so that her eyes have some definition and they kind of stand out. So we're gonna be using L'Oreal Telescopic. Isn't this your favorite?
I love
your
this
favorite.
one. It like lengthens my lashes, and like you were saying, my lashes are like basically translucent. Like
Yeah.
if I don't have mascara on or like any like I tint my eyebrows and I have microblading, if I didn't have that, like I look like an alien because it's just like no features. So
No, seriously.
I need the
because
telescopic.
So for me, I get the same way, but I have to do eyeliner. Like my eyeliner, I have to like literally do it, or else I look like a thumb.
Isn't it what?
I literally look like a thumb.
But we all find those things, and like I'm always curious because I love your channel and I love all your tips and tricks, but like how do you identify like the one feature that needs to be like accented or highlighted, like in order to like make your face pop? Like I don't leave the house without my glow screen, like the primer that you were just talking about, or a little bit of mascara, because then I just like at least look like a person.
Right.
So how do you know which feature to identify?
So for me, I think it really goes by the weather, the season, and just where my skin is at. So I have a really, really, really dry skin. So during the winter, my skin is like an alligator. Like, I'm like peeling, I'm shedding, it's insane. So for the winter time, I have to really highlight my cheeks and really like moisturize my cheeks. And so for that, I also do a little bit of like highlighter there. And that's just like for days when I'm just like doing a normal makeup look, you know, not nothing like full glam. So for the winter, it's more so my cheeks. But for the summer, it's definitely my eyes, especially under my eyes. I like my eyes to be a little more concealed during the summer. And also my lips as well. I'm really, really, really into lip gloss, and that's something we're gonna do on you today.
Yes.
So
juicy, glossy look.
Yes, I love a gloss. I love a gloss. Do you wear lip gloss?
Okay, so yes and no. Like, I'm only usually wearing like a tinted gloss, or sometimes like I'm all about the bold lip, not for a baseball game, of course, but like in studio when I'm working, I'm a huge Fenty girl.
Yes.
Like,
oh my
really
gosh,
red Fenty lip.
Wow.
Everything.
I'm using Fenty gloss on you today. You're gonna love it.
I cannot wait.
You're gonna love
your
it.
lips are like pow. But it's the natural look, so like
Yes.
that's it right now, right?
That's it. That's what I have on, so I'm gonna do that on you.
Of course. But it looks like you have no makeup on, but you look like flawless.
I love it. So next we're gonna be using some blush. So blush can go so far. Lately, cream blush has been in. Like, cream blush right now is like the thing. You can use it on your lips, you can use it on your eyes, you can use it on your cheeks. It's literally like a multi-purpose product. So I'm gonna be only using it on your cheeks. And I'm using the Rare Beauty products. This is in the color Joy. Wow.
Of course.
That's so funny.
Enjoy this time.
I love it. Okay, fun fact. Joy is actually my first name and Aaliyah is my middle name. So I never knew the name of that product. Yeah.
I saw you have that moment. You're like, oh.
Yeah, right?
That's so cool.
So my name is actually Joy Aaliyah, but I changed it to Aaliyah J. And then
why Aaliyah J?
I love my middle name. That was supposed to be my first name. I love my middle name. And then the J was actually just supposed to be a letter J. But on Facebook, I couldn't put the letter, so I had to spell out J, and then it just stuck.
Isn't that funny how like your branded name kind of comes out like just through like almost like a happy accident?
Yes,
like
literally.
I'm LG Red, but my middle name is Deidre, so I was Lauren Deidre on like another social platform. It was hacked. And when I went back, it was taken. Lauren Gardner was taken. LG was taken. I was like, well, I guess I have red hair, so it's LG Red. And like, that's become like part of that accidental nickname brand.
And that's how you know it's meant to be. Literally.
Right?
Like, it's literally meant to be. I love it.
Oh, well, thank you. I love Aaliyah J. And J-A-Y, but it's like very specific, and it's the miss. Okay, so you're applying this with a brush.
Yes.
Why not your fingers?
So I'm not applying it with my finger because cream blush really does go a long way, and it can get really scary and really messy really quick.
I've done that so many times.
Yes.
I goop it on my fingers and I just go like this, and then I look like a clown.
Yes. It gets really scary really quick. I did that a couple times. I still kind of do it to today. Even though I'm a beauty content creator and I'm like a makeup artist, all of this stuff, it happens. Like, it can happen within a split second.
So how much? I just saw you put just a tiny amount on the brush.
Yes. So I literally took the tiniest amount, this much, and then I wiped some off of my hand, and then I put some on.
So literally just like the remnants that you're putting on my cheeks.
Literally just a little bit. And this, you don't have to use cream blush to do this. You can also use a powder blush, which I actually have on hand. And I have it here by MAC. This is Lauren's blush, and it's so pretty. I love this.
It's a good shade, right?
Yes, I love this. This is pink, but today we went with more of an orange tone, which actually looks really good on her because it fits her hair color, her skin texture, especially because she has some freckles. And so her freckles are, you know, peeping through, and it just goes perfect. So I love this.
Yeah, you know what I've come to realize after like all these years of using like almost like reds and pinks, that peach with like blue eyes and like a lighter complexion and red hair is actually like the that's what I should.
That's the combo,
right?
Yep.
Okay, so like different skin tones, you're always looking for different shades of blush.
Yes.
So for like a darker skin tone, what would you use?
So for a darker skin tone, I would use more of like a burgundy. Yes, so burgundy. So for me, I can kind of use this maybe a little deeper. This is Lauren's blush. It doesn't have the name anymore.
It's kind of weird. It's like that blush has seen better days.
This is an OG in her makeup bag.
Yes, it is.
So this blush I can use. I will be able to use and I can even go deeper than that. Anything lighter than
your
this,
eyes too,
yeah.
huh?
Anything lighter than this wouldn't really show up.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes complete sense.
Yes, so that's why this looks so good on you, because your skin is lighter than mine, and it's literally for your complexion.
Pops. Okay, so what's the difference between like a cream and a powder blush, and like how does it stay? How does it last? Which environments should we use it in? Especially if we're going to a baseball game or getting ready for the game. Right. New York, but the game's in Anaheim.
So a cream blush is just a liquid form of blush. This is really good for summer weather, summer seasons. If you want that no makeup look, which we're actually doing today. And also it's really good for like dry skin. So Lauren has combination skin. You have a mix of dry and oily skin. So for you guys out there who have, so you guys out there who have dry skin and oily skin, cream blush really does work good for you.
Oh, nice.
And it also works good for dry skin as well. Maybe not so much oily skin, because the oils are gonna mix with the blush, and then it's gonna be like all over the place, you know?
Yeah, like
so
almost like bleed.
yeah, it will kind of like melt off basically.
Okay.
So oily skin, I would definitely stick to powder, because it's powder. It's gonna set it in place.
And almost like, okay, that makes complete sense. And
Yes.
like I can tell now with the cream, like it just seems like it's a natural like, blush.
Yes, like a natural, just your natural skin.
Yeah, it doesn't look
Yes.
like I have any makeup on.
Yes, and that is the whole point of cream blush.
I love it.
I love this.
And that's Rare Beauty?
Yes, Rare Beauty.
Oh,
So this
so
is
nice.
the makeup line by Selena Gomez. It's like
with her.
literally Rare Beauty makeup. Chef's kiss.
Yes.
Chef's kiss. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to lipstick talk, lip gloss talk. So you said that you love the Fenty.
I love the
lipstick.
Fenty like long wear, but then if I'm not doing that, I'm usually wearing like Aquaphor.
Yeah. Lipsticks.
I'm just like, keep it moisturized. My lips will get so dry. Like, you know, I'm on TV almost every day, so I'm applying like heavy makeup. So like this light look when I'm off camera, I'm literally using the glow screen, a little mascara, and like Aquaphor. So maybe like a nice lip would be fun to mix.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a lipstick and a lip gloss on you, but I'm gonna like keep your natural color and kind of just enhance it. So here I have MAC. This is Hey Kiss Me.
Cute. I love
so
it.
Pretty, right?
Barbie vibes from that color.
Yeah. This is definitely Barbie, but it's more of a share, so don't be scared.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I trust you. No,
Okay.
nothing scares me because I'm a fan of your channel, and I know you would not steer me wrong.
Yes, so on my channel, I basically show like some of my fave lip combos. This is definitely one. I love a pinky lip color. Like, I love. So I'm gonna be doing that on Lauren today. I'm just gonna be doing really a little bit though. Like, you can make this as sheer or pigmented as you want.
So what would you say is like your signature on your channel?
My signature lip shade?
Like, just like your signature style, kind of.
Okay. So my signature style would probably be, I really feel like I change up a lot. Like, I kind of reinvent myself a lot. Like, 1 minute I'll be like super dark and emo and gothic, and then another minute I'm like super light, pigtails.
Oh, that's so fun. So like whatever you're in the mood for, we go to Miss Leah J's channel, and it's like, I want to do goth. Like, you have
every aesthetic right now.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And you do gaming, right?
Yes, I also do gaming. So for those of you who are into gaming, make sure you follow me on my gaming channel. It's Aaliyah J Gaming. My main channel is Miss Aaliyah J, and I do lifestyle vlogs, tutorials. I literally do a little bit of everything over there, so you can just like come over and have fun. So yeah, I actually think right now my aesthetic is, I think it's the no makeup
I think
right
so.
now.
Like, look, your face is like, again, it's flawless.
Yeah.
And like what you're creating right now on me, I just feel like it's just so natural, so nice, so light. Like, I still feel like I'm me, but like, with a little like a in-person filter is basically what you're giving me.
Yes, and that's the best part, is when you feel like yourself, because what's better than being yourself?
You know what? That authentic experience, nothing can recreate that. That's so true.
Yes. So I'm just putting a little bit on her lips, like literally the lightest amount. Like, she doesn't need a lot, she doesn't need a little bit, she needs just
I feel like you're really putting any product on there. And again, you're using a brush obviously to do like to keep it like clean and safe. To be sanitary, that would be the word I was looking for. But also, like, why would you use a brush with a lipstick instead of like most of us grab our lipstick and we just apply and you're getting a ton of product on your lips? Why would you avoid that?
So I would avoid that because sometimes when you use lipstick, it can kind of like smear all over the place, even if you don't see it. So I'm a makeup artist, so I kind of see things that people don't usually see. So when you're applying it, it kind of like, it can like go over here and it's just a headache. But that might be my eyes. I see everything. So for a brush, when you're trying to create the no makeup look, I feel like a brush is better because you get the lightest amount and you're not just going like this with lipstick. You literally get the lightest amount and you can control it. Like, I think that's the part about the no makeup look, is that it's really about having the control. So like the cream blush, the cream blush allows you to have control, and the brush allows you to have control.
You just nailed that.
Yeah.
I see Anthony over here helping you create all your content.
Yes.
The YouTube boyfriend, he's killing it.
He is so good.
So where do you guys live?
So we live in New York right now, and also Jersey, and we are going back and forth. We love living here. I was living in LA not too long ago, and it was really fun living there. Like, I love it.
Oh, that's great. LA's wonderful, right? But it's always nice to come home to like the New York, New Jersey area. For those around the globe watching this, like there's one small river separating like these two, and it's so easy, so close. I live in Manhattan. Our offices, studios are here in New Jersey. It takes me 30 minutes to get here.
Yes.
So nice. Wow. So convenient. I know, right?
I know.
I take the train girl.
Yes.
You drive? Yeah, right?
So right now, I do drive, but I don't like to. Like,
I understand that.
I kind of like the princess treatment right now.
That is okay. You earned it, girl. You have like almost 3 million subscribers.
Okay. I love the princess treatment right now. I love Ubers, so I'm super lazy with just like traveling. So I'm just like, okay, I just want to get there, and I call an Uber really quick. So, do you drive?
No, I got rid of my car when I moved here from Colorado.
Yeah?
So now I take the subway to Penn Station, I take the train here to Secaucus, and then we have a shuttle. So it is like full on like woman of the people on the subway every day. It can get exhausting though, those hot and cold months.
Do you ever get noticed?
There are a couple times, like at Penn Station actually, it's funny, like some people will be like, what's up? And I'm like, hey! And then there are days when I'm like, oh, please don't look at me. Like, are they gonna take a picture? I'm like, I'd rather not.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, of course, I'd be happy to, and I'm so grateful. And, you know, we have like a ton of Mets and like Yankees fans here, and then like we also do hockey. So yeah, it's actually really cool. I'm really thankful for that because we like spend, you know, so much time and energy, as you know, like we're all honing our respective crafts. So to know that someone's like enjoying what we do and like they're connecting like to their team and their sport through us, like to me that's such a gift.
Yes, it really is. And people are that passionate about their team, the sport, like they're really passionate. So,
and I'm sure you get recognized too.
I do. I definitely do.
How is that? What was like? Tell me the first time you were recognized in public. Like,
oh my God,
what was that like?
So the first time I was recognized, I was with family, and these girls, the girls across the street were like, Aaliyah, and my family was like, why the hell are they calling you? Like, they were so lost, and I'm like, don't worry about it.
They're like, see, I told you this YouTube stuff would pay off.
No, literally. So my family, they didn't understand the YouTube world at first because my mom, of course, she didn't grow up in the YouTube world. My sister, she didn't grow up in the YouTube world. So I'm like the first YouTuber in the family. Amazing. So they just didn't get it. They're just like, what the hell is going on? So, but me, I kind of like, I don't know. I told you, I told you earlier that I kind of felt like this was my passion and this was my
like your
journey.
Calling.
Yeah.
You're meant to do this.
So when it happened, I was surprised. I was shocked. I was grateful. But like at the same time, I was like, yes, I manifested this. Like, yes, it's happening.
In that, by the way, like manifesting.
Oh, absolutely.
Destiny, your future, your passion. You said you have this video, and you're not going to release it on YouTube yet, maybe for a future documentary, but tell us about this video from when you were 5 years old, because it like blew my mind.
Oh my God. Okay, so I have this video where I was doing this makeup tutorial. I was 5 years old, and this was before YouTube. This was before the internet.
Little 5-year-old Aaliyah.
This was like
Aaliyah Joy.
Yeah. This was before the internet. So I don't know. It's kind of like wow. I don't know. No, literally a full circle moment. Like, so this was before the internet, and I was on my sister's camcorder. This was before phones, before digital cameras. This was a camcorder.
With like the tape in it.
Yes, the tape. And I'm like, hey guys, so I'm taking this lotion and I'm gonna put this on my face today. And I was doing a whole tutorial. Nobody knew what that was.
Oh,
Like, is that not crazy?
that's so, yeah, it was before it even existed. Like, you were like, it was
Insane.
you were meant to do.
And now I'm here doing a tutorial on you in front of all your fans, all the sport fans. Like, this is like a whole circle moment.
I so special now. You're gonna make me cry. Okay, before we start crying.
Yeah, before we start crying, let's finish the makeup.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Everything's fine. Well, luckily I have a cream blush on.
Yeah,
so if I do cry,
exactly.
it will be okay. And so you just put the Fenty gloss on.
Yeah, so I just put this Fenty gloss on. This is in the color Sweet Mouth. This is one of my favorites, one of my staples. Literally amazing. And as you can see, it looks so beautiful on her. She is like,
my lips feel so juicy.
do they?
I love them.
And it's not sticky, right?
Not at all.
Like, it's literally amazing.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the texture is great. You're like, normally if you have gloss on, that makes your lips look like yours and mine right now. It's like your lips get stuck together because it's so tacky.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah, I know. And then you have like the little lines of
oh my
gloss.
god,
It's so gross.
so annoying. That is so annoying.
You don't have that at all. It's such a clean wear and
No.
it's so natural, but it's like, okay,
Yes.
it's like a little juicy.
Yes, I
like
love it. So now Lauren is ready to go on the field, do her job, do her work, and
Enjoy the
look
game.
pretty while doing it. She is all ready. We put on mascara today. We put on cream blush, and we also put on a really nice lip gloss. As you can see, she looks natural, but she also feels amazing, and that's the best part. That is the main goal, for you to feel amazing and still feel pretty while being yourself.
She did it. You
Yeah.
did it. You nailed it. And yeah, this is like the best way I can describe this like natural look is really like an in-person filter.
Yes, exactly.
Right? We use the
Literally.
filters on all of our apps.
That's the
You
goal.
have that in person.
This is the goal. Literally, you nailed it.
You're the goal. You nailed it. Miss Aaliyah J, this is
I
so
love it.
fun. Again, real quick, where can people find you?
So you can find me on YouTube at Miss Aaliyah J. That's my main channel, and my gaming channel. If you want to watch me play Sims and make my Sims crazy, you can go to
Yes.
Aaliyah J Gaming.
You're amazing. Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you.
We appreciate you. I am game day ready to go with my guy Cam Maybin and the rest of our crew joining us on the YouTube Hulkcast. It is the Mariners at the Angels, and it starts right now.
The Angels get ready to face the Seattle Mariners.
The guy is unreal. And an instant classic. It's the game of the year.
Oh my God! These 12-year-olds are cracked. Easy clap.
MLB All-Star Weekend as a content creator.
I've been a fan since I can remember. Over 60 years.
This guy's hotter than barbecued polar bear meat.
Belted deep to right.
Forget about it.
Grand slam for Jesse Winker.
9 pitches, 9 strikes.
Yes.
Inning over. Immaculate inning.
The most legendary celebration of fist pump, baby. Ohtani auto to 10.
Unbelievable. Segoy, Shohei, and Joel McHale will come all the way around the score.
Did you see that missed ball?
Please welcome to the field the one and only Kenny Mayne.
What's going on, my friends? And welcome to the YouTube Altcast. There is a look at this today's starting pitchers, starting with George Kirby. Yeah, this is going to be a good one as the Angels host the Seattle Mariners right here on the YouTube Altcast. Touki Toussaint in his second start since being acquired. Yeah, 5 scoreless in his first start against the A's. Things are about to get real out there in Anaheim, California. You know what? Normally, the starting pitchers are the stars of these games and these broadcasts, but here on the YouTube Altcast, Lauren Gardner, World Series champion Cameron Maybin. Guess what? We have other stars. We have a lineup of content creators that are going to be joining us throughout today's game. And real quick, if you're looking for Scott Braun and Yonder Alonso, all you have to do is go to the main broadcast or the mainstream, and you're going to get all the baseball talk you want, your normal play-by-play broadcast. But if you want something a little bit different, we're talking food, makeup, kind of the peripheral here of sports. Check out this lineup. We're going to talk to each and every one of these content creators, influencers, celebrities who will be joining us to talk pretty much everything, Cameron Maybin.
Yeah, I mean, today is a great day. Not every day you get to sit on the couch,
right?
Hang out, kick back, watch a baseball game, but also learn a little bit of something different outside the game. We get to, dive in depth of some really amazing people, some really awesome content creators who really have great platforms. They're doing some amazing things, and hopefully we can find a way to get our followers up today. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting day. Some really special people. Bill Nye. I'm looking forward to seeing Caleb Green. I mean, I would love.
Caleb Green's in the house.
I mean, in the building today.
In the building.
Yeah, I cannot wait to learn a little bit or a lot of something today. It's going to be a fun day. I can't wait, LG.
I love what you just said there, Cam. You can't wait to learn a little bit or a lot. Like, I think that's the whole point of this exercise, is to bring in people that aren't typically baseball fans and just kind of introduce them to the sport, but then cross-pollinate all of these different spaces. Like,
that's what it's about. You know, there's a bunch of teenagers out here. We are in the world of social media. We are in the world of content creating. There's some amazing people, some amazing minds out there, and I'm glad that we get to dive into it and we get to still watch a baseball game. I mean, what could be better? I mean, on a Thursday, I mean, it doesn't get any better. Playoff baseball and awesome content. Great.
Baseball game in the backdrop as we're talking to Katie Feeney. We just talked about Ari Solomon, of course, Caleb Green here in studio, Kenny Mayne. And we're going to talk all things fashion, makeup, food. You just saw what Aaliyah J and I were able to do. She got me camera ready.
I know my little girl enjoyed that. She loves makeup, so that was really awesome to see. So a little tips and tricks, a little bit of everything today. Courage. I mean, I cannot wait to see if I can get on that 100 Thieves team. I mean, I don't know if I can get a tutorial, a tryout, something, but I'm going to try to get on the team because they're doing big things on the gaming wave as well. So.
Listen, all you have to do is ask.
Right?
I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't make, right? Yeah, you don't take. Exactly. Okay, so, wow, we're already in lockstep, and we're like 5 minutes into this broadcast. Okay, obviously, no game day experience is complete without barbecue. And we have our guys with Pig Beach. They're actually tailgating here outside of MLB Network studios. I cannot wait to see what they have in store.
We'll let them get ready. We won't talk to them right now. We'll let them prep. And
they're still setting up.
We're going to be hungry here in a little bit.
Later on in the game, they're actually going to be bringing us some food.
Thank you so much. Cannot wait.
Guys, we have your barbecue book. I see you have it set up. So they can actually hear us. They just can't talk to us. So here's the cookbook right here. I'm actually happy that they're doing the cooking for us.
You know, I'm from North Carolina, so we love barbecue. So I'm always willing to test a little bit of something different out. So I cannot wait to, we have a break and a little bit of time to try out some good barbecue today.
Pastor marinade? I'm just literally scrolling through here and Caribbean jerk ribs with mango scotch.
Make sure you share that. It's only one book up here. Make sure you share that.
This is mine. I'm taking this home. Yeah, sorry, Stephen Shane. I'm going to go ahead and have to take this one, or I'm just going to take all the barbecue. But we're going to pig out. We're going to have a great time. Again, we have so many interesting content creators that are joining us today, including the one and only, one of the most unique and talented announcers in minor league baseball, Joey Zanaboni, who's going to present today's lineups.
Well, thanks a lot, LG. Cam, LG, great to be with you. Mariners, Angels here today. Mariners going for a serious sweep. And this is a different kind of cookbook right here. Adam Frazier, he was cooking like Guy Fieri in the no-time limit tanning salon last night. 2 hits and a couple RBIs, moved him from 8th up to first. Second baseman leads off. And then who really needs an introduction with Julio Rodriguez? Unbelievable center fielder, best in business in terms of rookies. Melting faces like a dumpster fire full of Jonas Brothers masks. He's got a chance to go 30-30. First player since Mike Trout to maybe do that. After that, it's a DH. Jesse Winker, celebrate your 29th birthday here on the MLB All-Cast. He's hitting third. And it's right fielder Mitch Haniger. The third baseman, Eugenio Suarez in Acapulco Bay, and hitting fifth. Shortstop is J.P. Crawford. When he's hot with the glove, I mean, listen, when he really gets going with it, this guy's defense is cleaner than a hairless cat and a love affair with the Roomba. Crawford hits sixes. First baseman Carlos Santana. Catcher is Cal Riley. Left fielder is Sam Haggerty. Watch out for this guy hitting 385 in the month of August. George Kirby out there on the bump. He's done great against the Los Angeles Angels this year. Excellent in his last start, 1 run over the course of 6 innings. He was filthier than HBO's Euphoria on a mound, and he is going to try to shut down an Angels offense. Starts with the second baseman, David Fletcher, 10-game hit streak. Then the DH. From beyond the stars, Shohei Ohtani. How many people you know who are going to strike out 8 on Monday, then come back on Wednesday and try to tattoo it like a biker bachelorette party? Ohtani here, second. Third baseman is Luis Rengifo. He had himself another solid night last night, home run, couple RBIs. Right fielder is Taylor Ward. I actually announced the first ever professional game that Taylor Ward played in back in the Pioneer League. And today, he'll clean up. First baseman is Jared Walsh. The catcher is Kurt Suzuki. Left fielder is Steven Duggar. Shortstop is Andrew Velasquez. And center fielder is Magna Reese. Sierra all in support. But Tuki Toussaint out there on the bump. Excellent job against the Oakland Athletics last week. Struck out 6 and 5, shutting them down like my cousin did with my prom proposal. And he's got the first pitch right here.
Very well done, Joey. I don't know if the last one was my favorite or more tattoos than a biker bachelorette party.
Joey Zanaboni, everybody.
Play-by-play there for the Fredericksburg Nationals, Carolina League affiliate of the Washington Nationals. He's from St. Louis. He went viral, I'm not surprised there, with the Johnson City Cardinals, the minor league baseball team. He calls baseball games for women's collegiate soccer as well. And yeah, he's known for his one-liners. I would say he beyond aced that line.
Listen, A++, extra
we were
credit.
dying.
I mean, a little dip for your chip. I mean, a little bit of everything. Joey Zanaboni, that was impressive, my friend.
Yo, we were dying over here. Well done, as we're just moments away from first pitch there at Angels Stadium. What a gorgeous day it looks to be, Cam Maybin. Just give us a quick insight before we bring on our first guest, who is an absolute superstar. Phenom, social media, does a little bit of everything. But as you're preparing for a game like this, here we are in the dog days of summer.
There's no dog days of summer in Orange County. It's, you know, there's
a good point.
Right,
88 degrees.
Come on, beautiful day, no humidity. No dog days of summer out there in that area. I had the opportunity to play on both of those clubs. And some of the best weather that you're going to find.
I love that. You can speak from experience. And you were just saying, if there's one team you don't want to be matched up with in the postseason, it is the Seattle Mariners, who are just they have a game-and-a-half lead in the wild card race. Last year, they were this close to playing at 163, but we want to explain to everyone, obviously we have some baseball fans watching, that we do have the new expanded postseason format. So 12 teams will make it in. No more game 163. There are numerous tiebreakers that are statistical that will determine the teams that make it in. But 3-game wild card series, and if you're in that last seed, you have to play on the road and win that 3-game series in order to advance on to the division series.
You do, and if there's a team that can do it, it's this Seattle team. What they've done, what Jerry DiPoto has done with this whole entire squad, you know, they went out, people were wondering, why didn't they make any transactions? Well, they got Mitch Haniger back. They got Rodriguez back. Eugenio Suarez swinging a hot bat. Jesse Winkler starting to come around. I mean, these guys are amazing. We didn't talk about Ty France as well, Cal Raleigh. Up and down the lineup, then you add, you know, Castillo to that rotation. You have the reigning Cy Young winner, and you know Carlos Robbie Ray, excuse me.
Yeah, Robbie Ray. Yeah, but they did have a huge acquisition there at the deadline.
I mean,
yes,
so
exactly.
many pieces to this puzzle, and then the best bullpen in the second half of baseball. So this team is dangerous as they come, and a fun group to watch.
Watch out. And you know who else is incredible to watch, and we teased it earlier, Miss Katie Feeney, social media sensation, the first ever social media correspondent for the Washington Commanders as of April 2022. Due to her success, her and I got to meet in Los Angeles at the All-Star Game, Dodger Stadium, and it was one of the best conversations I've had with an up-and-coming broadcaster, because you get it, Katie. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you? It's been a little while.
It's been a minute. I'm so good. Cam and I just kicked this thing off. This has never been done before.
First time ever, so thank you for being our leadoff batter today. We needed you.
So honored.
Yeah, you're the perfect person to put in that leadoff spot. Let's talk about your experience there, Katie, at the All-Star Game, All-Star Week. You and the rest of the creator class, you guys attended nearly every single event. What was like the most memorable moment for you?
I think getting to interview the players, interviewing Juan Soto, he's definitely like one of my favorite players. So I wasn't really expecting getting to actually, I knew I might get to ask a question during a press conference, but being right there and getting to find out some fun things like the player's favorite or whoever has that best hair in the league and kind of funny questions like that. That's probably my highlight.
Who has the best hair in the league, in your opinion?
I mean, most people said Dansby. That was, I think, the winner, but
Dansby's got a good I mean, a good
flow,
nice flow.
right?
I don't know. I mean, you know, Syndergaard. I mean, you know, Thor. When he drops it out of that little man bun. I mean, you know, the chicks go wild, right?
But I feel like, Katie, we're missing out when he puts it in the man bun because, like,
right.
I want to see the flow when he's out there on the mound. I want him to go full Thor. Real quick, speaking of Juan Soto at the trade deadline, obviously he was moved to San Diego in a blockbuster trade. How much did it hurt living in Washington, D.C., or at least being a D.C. native, to see him leave?
Yeah, that was pretty painful. I actually went to a Nats game. I think I went to the second game with Juan Soto not playing, so it was a little bit disappointing not getting to see him, but still rooting for him. The Padres, they definitely got an amazing player, so.
Yeah, Katie, I want to go back to the All-Star game because I want fans to understand, the player side of it. So you have an opportunity to interview some of these guys. Now, I know you love Juan Soto, clearly, so you're probably going to be a little biased, but outside of Juan Soto, who was your favorite guy to interview out there? Who was a guy that you said, wow, this guy's personality, his charisma, like, people should know how amazing he is. Because I think, once you get a little bit of an insight about how a player is, it makes you, like him even more. He becomes your favorite guy. So who was a guy that stuck out in your mind and you walked away going, you know what, he was amazing to be around?
I mean, all of the players were so nice. One of my favorites was Corbin Burns. He said that he had the best hair, which was pretty funny.
Good flow right there, yeah.
Yeah, all of the players were so nice, and they all just like treated me like any other reporter. I was definitely one of the only girls there, definitely one of the only 19-year-olds. I think I was the only 19-year-old, but they answered all of my questions, especially some of the goofy ones, and yeah, I mean, it was a really great experience.
So Corbin Burns, then, outside of Juan Soto, was your favorite. I like the politically correct answer. You already have it.
They were all really nice.
But Corbin Burns was the guy, right?
Definitely one of them. Mike Trout, that was really cool too.
Okay.
Nice.
I like the answer, but I want to get to the meat and potatoes of it. So, one more thing. You talk about being one of the only, young ladies there, being one of the only women there. How does it feel, to be one of the youngest women doing it, to come out to inspire a newer generation, because I know you do this, but you love the game. You have insight. You have a story that you want to tell. How does it feel to be an inspiration to a new younger generation of young women who want to do this?
It's the best feeling, and I think that's why I do what I do, getting to inspire younger girls. I have tons of people asking me questions, how I got into it. They're interested in doing something similar. So, I mean, getting to, like the same thing I'm doing with the NFL and getting to do it with the MLB, being a female, still in college, I think it shows everyone that, like, pursuing your dreams, you can see real outcomes from it.
Penn State, by the way, right? I saw that.
Yes.
My cousin was a former Penn State alumni. Aaron Maybin, former, DN for Penn State football. So, I want to shout out Penn State and your university. Give them some love as well.
Yeah, I love Penn State. I'm going back in just a few days, so I'm excited.
We can't wait to see that content. Real quick, before we have a game on deck here, but before we get to the game, Katie, you mentioned, yes, okay, you were one of the only female reporters out there during All-Star Week, Media Day, and it's an interesting subject to broach, and I'm really happy that you brought it up, obviously being a female host and reporter myself in this space. However, you also mentioned that you're one of the only 19-year-olds, but that is no more. Happy birthday, Katie Feeney.
Happy birthday.
She's 20, my friends.
I know, it's weird. I still feel 19, but yeah, I guess it's a new decade, so.
Hey, listen, your 20s are going to be the best
only
yet.
The beginning, exactly,
only
right?
The beginning.
The
You were
20s.
just starting your book.
Enjoy it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm 25.
Man, what is that like?
It's great. We were just doing a little dance there for the gram, and it looked good. We had some moves. Okay, so we want to play a social media game. Obviously, you've been playing it on there. Basically, it's where you're ranking various foods. Of course, we have the ballpark theme. So we start with a food, and then you have to rank it before you know any of the other following foods. I watched you do this with fruit. I didn't realize you don't really like raspberries, but I kind of get that.
Yeah, I mean, I love all fruits, but raspberries, I don't know. They're not my go-to. So.
I totally understand that. Okay, so are you ready? You ready for this one?
I'm ready. Yes.
Okay, let's get started. Kim, you can play along too. I want to see you. You can write it down on the back of your paper here. Okay, we are starting with chicken fingers or chicken tenders, depending on what part of the country you're from. It's kind of, I think that's a good one.
I feel like chicken tenders are a hit or miss. They're either really good or not so good. I'm gonna put it in the middle. I feel like it's a 3 for now, but yeah, nothing too special about them, but you also can't go wrong. So
okay, chicken tenders, you're right. And I think it really depends on the sauce. Like, what kind of sauce are we going with?
And this is out of a list of what, 5? How many?
List of 5, but you have to blindly rank the food items.
All right,
this is trending on social.
I'm going to agree with 3.
3.
I love chicken tenders, but you could also hate them at the same time, so I love it.
So you're leaving room for a better ballpark food to reveal itself, which could be our second option. Katie Feeney, Cameron Maybin, Cracker Jacks. Where do the Cracker Jacks rank? Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I mean, there's nothing more ballpark in baseball than maybe something else that might appear on this list, but Cracker Jacks has to be up there.
Yeah, I feel, well, I've actually never gotten Cracker Jacks out of baseball games. I
we
feel
need
like
a
I
chance.
can't get higher than
Time out. We need a chance. On your birthday, can somebody bring her some Cracker Jacks?
You know, that's what we did. You had to get Cracker Jacks.
I know. I feel like, I don't know.
It's on your age 20 bucket list.
I know if I put it at 4, that's going to be a mistake, but since I haven't actually had it at a baseball game, gonna have to put it at 4.
Put it at 4. Okay. Cracker Jack. You know what? I understand. I mean, it's salty, it's sweet, it's crunchy.
Sometimes the kernels get stuck in your gums. Everybody hates that.
You need a floss pick with you.
That's the worst.
Always, right? So in Colorado, Coors Field, where my hometown Rockies, no big deal, just wanted to brag a little bit. Either way, I digress.
They play great at home.
Thank you. So I used to work for the Colorado Rockies, and basically the broadcast booth during the 7th inning stretch when they sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," the broadcasters, this is so cool, they'll all throw out Cracker Jacks to the fans.
I used to love watching that from the dugout.
So neat.
But I'm going to go 5.
Okay, nice touch. All right.
Straight 5.
Here we go. Okay, straight 5. Okay, we have one out here. We have Katie. We only have you for the rest of this inning. I just got lost in telling stories and talking to you. Our next food item is the hot dog. Where does this rank? We already have chicken tenders at number 3, Cracker Jacks at number 4.
5. Whoa. I like burgers better than hot dog. I know.
Oh, Katie, I knew, you know what, Katie? I knew there was going to be a problem when I saw you didn't like cake. And now here we are, you're putting hot dogs at number 5. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt.
You know what?
I'm more of a burger girl.
I appreciate your honesty. If you were to get a hot dog, ketchup, mustard, both, what's your topping?
Ketchup.
Okay,
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm a ketchup chili guy. That's about it.
Ketchup and chili?
Does that not go together?
I mean, it's tomato on tomato. Okay, our next food item, the big helmet nachos that can be purchased or consumed at Angel Stadium. Those look pretty good. Can you see those, Katie?
Yes, I can see them. That's going number 2. I knew I had to go with my gut instinct, and I feel like number 1 is waiting for me. Whatever this next one is, this is a solid 2.
Okay, this is for all.
I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, all the marbles here. I like that. Hot dogs number 1 for me. Nachos number 2. Number 3. What was number 3?
Number 3 is the chicken tenders.
Number 3 was the chicken tenders. Number 4, Cracker Jack. So this is my number 5.
5 is hot dog. Okay, this is your number 5.
Coming up.
Okay, the next item, I need our producer to tell me one more time because. Oh, this is a good one. This is a Seattle staple, a favorite in the Emerald City. Katie, you don't have a choice now. The crispy grasshoppers. Actual bugs that are deep fried. You got painted into a corner on your birthday.
Oh yeah, I don't know if that's gonna, I mean, it has to be 1 now. I mean, I'm pretty adventurous with food. I would give it a try. It probably tastes like potato chips, like salty potato chips.
Actually, I think that's what I heard they tasted like.
Well, you didn't know after this, we're going to be sending you your number 1 on your list. That was a part of this little whole game is whatever the number 1 on your list was, you would get, a nice little helping of that. So make sure we get that content when you get those, those grasshoppers sent to you. Let us know how that goes.
I should have put Cracker Jacks at number 1. Yeah.
Okay, so here's your list as we review it. And at number 5, the hot dog. She's a hamburger girl, sorry. Cracker Jacks at number 4, chicken tenders at number 3, the Helmet Nachos at number 2, and of course, the one and only crispy deep fried grasshoppers.
At least they deep fried them, right?
Seattle. They're deep. I think anything deep fried, Katie, is gonna be good.
Exactly. It all ends up tasting the same.
Okay, Katie. Another great game that we've seen you play on social media, and I love watching this one because you're hilarious when you do this. This is the Emoji Acting Challenge. Have you watched this one, Katie?
I think I watched this one as well. I'm eager to see it right now.
Okay. You did it with Brock, and it was great. So,
Yeah.
Katie, like, how do you channel these emotions? It's not easy. So we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it really just comes to me in the moment. I've never really thought about pursuing acting, but everyone told me I'm a great actress after this.
Okay, here we go. Obviously, baseball themed, as you can see in the lower left-hand corner. You're out. Go ahead, Katie. The stage is yours.
I'm a little bit nervous. Okay.
She's like channeling it. I love it.
You're out. I have alien fingers, so I'm gonna show them
those
all.
are cool.
Those work.
You're out. You're out. Shh. You're out. Oh gosh, I don't really know this one.
I want to
You're
say
out.
you're out.
I don't really know
Is
the
that right?
vampires.
Did you get him to pinch hit for you? Did you hear how Cam did
I
it?
want to say you're out. That's
Oh,
very
wait, that's
Dracula-ish,
perfect.
right? All right, you know, I got
Yeah, I completely failed this one. I'm actually kind of disappointed in myself.
Just know I learned a lot from watching your videos. So I got that from you. So don't be disappointed. No, you had a real hand in helping me come up with that last one for you.
Katie, game recognizes game, my friend. And he was raving about you in the makeup room before this broadcast. It was so fun.
Oh my God.
So I think you aced it. The Dracula one is tough.
Hey, right?
That was
my bet.
That was it was really good. By the way, Shohei Ohtani is on second.
Again, the best player in baseball. Aaron Judge, MVP, but Shohei, I mean, like he said, like my man Joey Zanaboni said, beyond the stars, Shohei Ohtani, I love it. He is. He's a different type of animal on the field.
Okay, so Katie Feeney, on your 20th birthday, we are in the bottom of the first, 2 outs here as the Angels host the Mariners. Are you game for one more game here on the Altcast?
Of course, I'm ready.
Okay, so we have another one here on deck. So basically, you have to, yeah. So basically you go through these categories and now you have to name things that begin with the letter S. Go ahead, baseball city.
Okay, Seattle, skunk, oh gosh, see, I always get stuck by the third one. Why can't I not think on the spot? All right, I need help here.
The Sox, even though the Sox don't really count because it's like Red Sox or White Sox, but we can go with Sox.
San Diego?
Yeah, but that's a city, right? Yeah, I don't think there's an actual
Sox,
team name. That's a tough one. Sorry.
Okay, so Sox.
So you know what? You nailed that one because it was kind of, you get a pass. Cause...
baseball food item.
Soda, sandwich?
Snickers.
Snickers!
Snacks.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. Betty White. Don't be Betty White.
Well, okay, we'll do soda. Movie character. This was a bad game to put in this because this is the worst game of all of them.
This is the tough one.
On the spot too,
yeah, we
right?
did. We put you on the spot. How about we all play it together?
All right,
Katie Feeney
we'll
joining us as we have the last out here. Okay, no score here. In the bottom of the first, Shohei Ohtani was able to reach second, but they were not able to convert one hit there for the Anaheim Angels. Katie Feeney, happy birthday. Thank you so much
Katie.
for joining us and dominating the YouTube Altcast. Real quick, before we let you go, is there anything you want to say to all the viewers out there right now?
You can follow along my journey with the MLB and all things baseball and college on my pages at Katie Feeney. Yeah, and thank you for having me on. It's been so much fun.
Thank you. Hey, listen, the future is so bright for you. We love watching you.
Way to lead off, Katie.
Yes, exactly. Perfect leadoff person for this alt cast. All right, Katie, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Okay, from one great guest to another, we're all about the kicks, right?
We like the sneakers, right?
What about the custom sneaks?
You gotta, I love custom sneaks. Big fan throughout my career.
I'm a big fan of stadium custom kicks. They basically deck out
bringing the heat.
Every major league player, and we're about to have a special guest joining us here in just a couple seconds.
Light it up!
The guy is unreal.
They drippy or what?
Drippy. Belted deep to right.
Forget about it.
That will probably do it. Say goodbye. Just owning everything. This is incredible.
Okay, my friends, as we're here in the top of the second, no score out in Anaheim between the M's and the Angels. A very special guest joining us. We have Ari Solomon from Stadium Custom Kicks. First-time caller, long-time listener, my friend, because I love all of your work. So you are the actual designer of all the kicks for the most part. A lot of the spikes that you see on the field at most major league games.
The field, when you see these guys showing out, when they say the drip, when these guys show up with the drip, right here, this is the face behind the drip. So, I mean, a pleasure to have you on. I'm big fan. I love it. I love what you're doing for the game of baseball.
Yeah, oh my God, this is awesome. I mean, this is definitely one of the, cooler experiences that we have always. And I mean, for sure, besides just me, obviously, I might be, I guess in a sense a face, but of course we have an amazing team of all the artists and everything. Stadium Custom Kicks, is really pretty much, as you guys are saying, like the primary drip bringers, I'd say, to the big
primary drip bringer. And you have a teammate here that's about to join us, is Alex Katz. He's a professional ball player. He's obviously a member of your team. He plays for the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. I actually went to a game and met him there. And kind of out of that, I know you already had a great partnership with MLB, but the fact that we're able to work so closely with you guys is so cool. Welcome, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, we're pumped to be here. Obviously, this is a space close to your heart, right? Because as a player, how important is it to have the drip on your feet?
It's amazing. I mean, Alex, he's still playing, so he knows. It's something about going out there, and when you look down at your feet, it makes you feel good. It gives you almost like a different identity, right? We all play a team sport, but when you look down and you've got your custom spikes on and you got your custom cleats, something that may mean something to you, whether it's a family member, whether it's, a show, whether it's an experience that you went through, I think it's awesome. I think the game of baseball needs it. Alex knows, we got a lot of young kids watching, a lot of teenagers. I have a teenager. And one thing that they talk about missing all the time from the game is the excitement, the drip, the swag. So I think when they bring, this element to the game, it can only enhance, how often we get the younger viewer in and how much guys want to come play it, because we want to see guys out there having fun, embracing who they are, and telling their story, and that's what I love about what they do. You get to tell your story through, customizing your spikes.
Yeah, Ari, the storytelling is so important, and you've been able to help these players express themselves. I heard that you have a special treat just for this alt cast.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, we designed something really crazy last night.
Let's see it.
I mean, do we have? I think they said we have on.
Bro.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there we go.
Look at those.
Walk us through this design.
That's gonna be the left shoe, or that could be the right one. I don't know. I can't really tell right now.
Listen, I don't even know my left from right, so.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah,
the struggle is real.
On this one also, you see the little details on the back.
The baseball on the strap. I mean, that is fire. Now, Alex, how much how big a hand did you have in on this? Look at the pinstripes, the MLB logo.
Is that the Seattle skyline
that
in the
is,
background?
Well, that's the LA skyline. The
LA is the other two. Okay, I saw the Seattle
this
space.
We have to drip out,
Yeah, Alex, now.
Look at the
That's the best part right there.
Are you previewing these, Alex, with LG's face and my face as well on the sole of this? I mean, I need you to be the first guy to rock these. Let's go.
We have to get a little surprise over there for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, Ari and I pretty much work together on every single design. I'll give Ari credit on that. That was Ari's idea to put your face in right there.
So I guess you get the left one, I get the right, and that's it. We're just gonna be walking around in circles.
All right. That's all right. We can do it. That's fine.
So dope.
I want to ask, Alex, as a player, how important is it for you to continue to be able to tell your story through this custom spikes and what you guys have been able to do? How important is it for you guys to spread your story?
Yeah, no, it's really important, and I think it's a great way to grow the game, like you said before. Kids are really into fashion, into sneakers, especially this day and age. I think that's a big reason why basketball is growing really well, because the media and fans are really into what the player is wearing off the court and on the court. So I think that's really the name of the game, and what we're trying to do here with Stadium Custom Kicks. Really bring that flair, bring that swag to all the sports. Not just baseball either. We pretty much work with every sport, including golf, football, soccer, lacrosse.
So you telling me that I can get
sports.
my golf shoes done?
Big golfer.
That's what you're telling me. I just got into it.
Absolutely.
I retired in January, bro. So I am hooked on this golf thing. So now I know where I'm coming. I need my golf spikes hooked up. Let's go.
That's true, right? You guys, you'll customize shoes for anybody, right?
Yeah, literally anybody. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be, whether you're a 4-year-old, a guy who your parents just want to get dripped out on the t-ball field, or a soccer player, or pro athlete, college athlete. We work with literally anybody.
It's so cool and completely custom. I mean, I've seen the deliveries. You making the deliveries. I think you had one for Max Scherzer, which was really cool.
Yeah, that was last
Clayton
week.
Kershaw as well.
We didn't do a live person for Kershaw, but that would be.
The Scherzer one was cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's great.
And I want to know real quick before we let you go.
Yeah.
Favorite athlete, favorite guy that you guys have done a custom for yet?
Oh wow. Oh man, we have too many.
I think we have the same answer.
Give me two.
All right, we have this. I think the Grom's got to be number one.
I like that.
Yeah, the Grom was pretty OG.
Number two, would you say the World Series cleats?
Which ones?
When Tony Gonsolin with the cat cleats that he won
the
World Series in 2021.
There you go.
Those were cool.
Tip of the cat. That's amazing.
Tip of the cat. Is that what you said?
Tip of the cat.
These are also, honestly, these are some of my favorites right here.
Yes, ice cream sundae spikes.
Ice cream sundae, pink, showing all the moms.
Single there,
love.
in the shot. Those are
You guys see these? I mean, fire.
Ari, I think I have to one up you.
Show me
what you got over. Oh,
wait.
Don't do me like that,
with
bro.
the Jays, come on, let's go.
Jays.
Guys, fireworks.
Guys.
Some Fairy Hawks edition.
Ooh,
Listen,
the
see?
Fairy Hugs.
What size are you? If you would have been my teammate, I might have been in your
locker. Just like,
quite
I'll take
often,
these.
my guy.
Borrow these.
10 and a half.
Oh,
10
okay,
and
I'm a 13. You would have been lucky. You would have been okay.
Listen, fellas, we really appreciate your time. Tremendous work in what you do and just growing the game and making it more fun and entertaining and helping these players and athletes and non-athletes alike express themselves. Real quick, before we let you go, if someone wants to hit you up and order a pair of custom kicks, how do they find you?
Yeah, you can hit us straight through either, I'd say our emails are probably the best. You can find all of our contact. Just go online. Oh yeah, check the bat too.
Yo, that half inning was not long enough.
We have a lot. I mean, I even wore my backpack over this. My bag. That's why I tell the guys when I go to these fields, I have like my bag of goodies. That's
which one is that? That one's fire.
That one's, like the neon of like old Shea Stadium.
Makes me want to come back.
Yeah.
I know. He's ready. He's coming out of retirement, my friends.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's run it up. But yeah, so you can check our website, stadiumcustomkicks.com. That's where you can kind of, find our emails, find contacts, Instagram DMs work, anywhere, pretty much.
And you guys are all over social. The content is fire. Both of you, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck throughout the remainder of the season. Alex Katz, love watching you play with Staten Island Fairy Hawks. And of course, Ari Solomon, great work with Stadium Custom Kicks. We appreciate both of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, keep making the game swaggy, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, the definition of swag.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Ari. We appreciate
Awesome.
you, my man. Thank you. Okay, guys, before the game started, we were checking in on our guys with Pig Beach Barbecue out of Brooklyn, New York, Steve and Shane. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. Maybe not quite the appetite that Jared Walsh has as he's at the plate here in the bottom of the second. No score, an 0-1 pitch. So far, not a lot of action offensively here in this game, which, you know what, knock on wood, because the second you say that, that's when things get real. George Kirby back on the mound. And we have our guys, Steve and Shane. Guys, wave, what's up? Are you guys mic'd up? Can we talk to you?
Yeah, hey, how you doing? Can you hear us?
Oh, man, you know what? We've got a lot of exciting people on here today, but I'm a huge barbecue fan, okay? So I might be your biggest fan.
We're ready to feed you, man.
I might be your biggest fan in the studio right now.
It looks like you're working on feeding our entire crew here at MLB Network here on the YouTube Altcast. Real quick, for fans watching at home, as the M's are playing the Angels here on YouTube. If you're looking for the primary stream, you can go ahead and find that. That is available with Yonder Alonso and Scott Braun. But if you want something a little outside of the norm, that's where we got you covered here on the Altcast. Gentlemen, what are you working on? I'm hungry.
So we're cooking some burgers right now. We have some ribs going. We have some brisket going. We have some pulled pork going. We got our famous barbecue popcorn here, ready for you guys to come get some.
Wait, back up, barbecue popcorn?
We're making our Yankee Red Hot sausages. Yeah, barbecue popcorn, ready to go.
Tell me everything.
Put barbecue on it and I'll try it. So
whole thing right here.
Love it.
All of this is all for you guys. Everything here is for you. We're waiting for you.
Oh,
it's ready to go.
I'm so happy that I worked out this morning.
And we're making some hamburgers right now.
Oh, and hamburgers, gentlemen. I can't wait to dive in.
I think this is the most speeches that you'll have me throughout the day. I mean, this is...
Yeah, gentlemen.
You know,
Cam is at a loss for words. He's actually salivating.
I've been talking
We're gonna need a bucket over here.
LG. I've been telling LG, you know, we got some amazing guests, but I'm ready for the barbecue.
You're ready for the BBQ. Obviously, the cookbook is for sale. Obviously, the hot sauce, or the barbecue sauce, rather. And we have, because we have to bring him back after reading those lineup cards, Joey Zanaboni for a little play-by-play. Are you ready for this? Oh!
5 up to the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez, because of that third base avenue to grab it right there. Thanks for having me, G. It's a perfect time to jump on in with you and Cam. What an honor it is to be here with you.
Oh, man, it's been a ball. You know what? Dirtier than an episode of for you. I mean,
but that was unbelievable.
Said it is in there.
You might be the version of the freestyle king as far as broadcasters go. I mean, well, that's pretty impressive.
That's extremely high praise.
That's pretty impressive.
You are far too kind, my friend. It's just an honor to be on the same couch as you, as Steven Duggar, the citizen at left-hand side, hitting just below $1.60 for the year. He's got 4 RBIs. George Kirby, twist win at 96 and swatted back foul. Nothing game out there in the sunny Los Angeles. We are here in the semi-tropical Secaucus, New Jersey. We call for you on the MLB Altcast. Now listen, that's a high bar to get to semi-tropical. But we do believe we are getting over it today in Secaucus, where it is nice and bright in studio. And Kirby, what a season he's had against these Halos, 13 innings. ERA is more than 1 point lower than what he has overall this season. Eugenio Suarez, a solid piece for the Seattle Mariners team at third base. The team at the top of the wild card standings right now. And Duggar again taking up at 96, and he moves to 2-1. It's Velasquez on deck, Sears in the hole, and the card turns back over to the man with a 10-game hit streak, the irreplaceable second baseman David Fletcher. It'll land at 25 pitches. Kirby in his 26. That's that heat. It shaves the outside corner like a test mannequin at a barber school training seminar.
Where do you get these one-liners? I cannot.
I spent a lot of time in school. Different kinds of school.
I'm gonna say
get him out of there, baby. George Kirby, punching like a Capri Sun addicted Vin Diesel impersonator. We'll head on to the top half of the third. LG, Cam, and Joey here for you on the MLB Altcast.
Joey Zanaboni, everybody, does not disappoint. First, it was the lineup cards, and then it was calling part of the second inning. Don't you worry, my friend. And if you're watching, we're not going anywhere, and this guy isn't either here on the YouTube Altcast. Lauren Gardner, Cameron Maybin here with you. Joey Zanaboni will be back to call some more. We also have our guys over at Pig Beach Barbecue, rather, in Brooklyn, New York. Will be serving up the goods on deck, my friends. I'm excited for this one. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
He's coming up. Okay, the YouTube Altcast rolls on here in the top of the third inning. We've already had some tremendous guests, some entertaining moments. Lauren Gardner, Cameron Maybin here with you. World Series champion Cameron Maybin, also alum of both of these clubs here. Cam, so far here on this Altcast, as we see Sam Haggerty here at the dish. Scoreless game here in the top of the third, runner on first. What's been the most memorable moment of this Altcast to this point?
You know what, I think, you know, so far, you know, I was really impressed with Katie Feeney. You know, what she's been able to do from a follower standpoint. You're talking about, you know, a young lady with over 9 million followers, you know, creating a lane for young women out there, you know, trying to get into broadcasting. And I think it's awesome for her to just continue to gain these experiences, be able to come on this show, share her story, you know, share why she loves sports and, you know, why she wants to be around. And, you know, I think she was really, really fun to talk to, and you know, I enjoyed playing some of those games as well.
Right, the Emoji one was tough, and you know what? You came in clutch with the Dracula one.
I like to say I help when, you know, I'm the right piece to the puzzle at times. You know, I don't like the main piece, but just the glue guy. There you go.
The glue guy. I mean, I think you're selling yourself short. You did win a World Series, so yeah, things weren't working too bad for you. Here's we have a oh. That was close.
Sam Haggerty.
That was close.
Again, he has been a bright piece for the Mariners all season long, continue to find his way on base, and they show what they can do. Just so much athleticism, a good jump. Scary slide, though, a little late. I like to see him get that thing started a little sooner. You got to be careful as far as ankles go, but, you know, Sam Haggerty, a huge piece of this puzzle. The Mariners playing some good baseball, you know, going down the stretch. A lot of, you know, October baseball in August right now.
I have a quick question for you about the normal side as opposed to like the hook or the slide by, but we're gonna have to get to that in just a second because we have one of the most anticipated guests on the list, for me anyways. It is the one and only, a lot of you grew up on him and still are learning from him each and every day, Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
The legend.
We're not worthy. How are you?
Fabulous, great to see you all.
It's amazing. I just want to. We both want to say we've been talking about you all day. We've been really excited.
So excited.
Thank you for teaching us so much when we were younger kids, and continue to just keep that tradition going. Thank you. We need it. Our youth needs it. So we really appreciate you and everything that you've done.
So hang on a second. Do we have runners at first and second, or first, second, and third?
First and second.
Because during this getting the boxes happening, the game went away for a moment.
You know what,
the
Bill?
humanity.
I did that during the postseason. I'm sitting in the press box and I'm keeping score, and then I start to have a conversation with a fellow media member, and it just all goes down the drain. So
No,
you're
it's the
actually
electric,
keeping score?
Yeah, the electric computer machine. Yes, I'm keeping score.
I love it.
Tried and true method. So far, I see Logan Gilbert has some seeds thrown at him while he's on the primary cast. Now some bottles of water spilled on his head. Just talk to us, Bill, about your love for the game of baseball.
Well, it's both a game and a sport, and it is very, very difficult to do well. Oh my goodness! And what you love about it, you can get involved in it at any level. Either it's silly. These guys are throwing balls trying to hit. If you hit it 1 out of 3 times, you're some sort of amazing player. Really?
This is the truth, right?
I mean, if you had to write your name and you could only do it 1 out of 3 times, you'd be, no, I mean, but it has all this fabulous aerodynamics and all this strategy and tactics, on and on and on. I was watching the chat stream when I was watching the game on another internet connection a few minutes ago. And the Angels' second baseman cannily let the ball fall in front of him.
I saw that.
So that he could control who was going to be the runner at first. And that wasn't an infield fly rule. That was a stupid play. What if it rolled? No. Infield fly rule, first and second, fewer than 2 outs.
And as you said, the IQ of it, determining who you want on base, Bill, you're right. That's a little bit about that's the chess match part that goes into baseball that sometimes the normal fan does not understand, you know, and a couple things.
Sometimes the second baseman doesn't remember.
Exactly. And you've seen many times where the runner doesn't run and you have an opportunity to get a double play. So again, a lot of things can happen there. But I want to go back to you talking about the aerodynamics of the game, you know, and I want to know, one, why knuckleballs do not spin. I mean, can you explain that for the people out there?
Hold on, why they don't spin or why they fly funny?
Both.
Please, fill us in on both.
They don't spin because you hold them in such a way that it's very difficult to put spin on it. Have you ever tried to throw a knuckleball? It's quite difficult.
Yeah.
I still can't. For 17 years I played, I still can't throw a knuckleball.
It's almost like you're pushing it.
Well, most people, and it's too close to your palm for most of us. Once you get it out here, then it's going to start spinning, right? There's your four seam. So the reason it flies funny with no spin is the seams catch the air and either do or do not trip. Hang on, what we got?
Yeah, go ahead. You need to score that.
3
Fielder's
unassisted,
choice.
people.
3 unassisted.
And FC, sure. Yeah. All right, so there's this magical thing, not magic, but magical thing about fluids. Air is a fluid. Anything that flows is a fluid. It has a tendency to stick to itself, and you know this from maple syrup. It's viscosity. Well, air has a viscosity, fantastically much thinner than maple syrup, but the molecules stick together. All right. If you get them going fast enough, they break apart. And so this leads you to the thing you were about to blurt out, and thanks, I'll do it for you. Why did they build tall ships in the first place? So are the runners at second and third with 2 outs? Is that what we got?
Correct.
Second and third, 1 out.
Yeah. 1 out. Oh, yeah, because it was a hit batter.
Sorry.
All right. There's a lot going on here, people.
Yeah, you're doing a great job of managing everything.
I'm doing my best, but now I'm watching the game in this little box, and it's blurry. It's a blurry little box, and I'm watching the game now. All right,
My 8th grade self is so happy right now.
All right, so you build a tall ship with the mass way up in the sky like that so that, thank you, so that they just expanded the window. 3-0, what are you going to do? We got 3-0, I guess you just stand there and you take it. You take the
Not in today's game.
You say green light, Cam?
Not today's game, Bill, it's green light.
Oh, you took.
I like it.
JK.
Well, it was borderline. That pitch was not in his zone. Yeah, it was not in his sweet spot. Now, near the sea surface or the ground, the air is moving very slowly. In fact, right at the ground, the air is not moving at all, theoretically, or ideally. Right. So the farther you get up from the sea surface, eventually you reach a point where it breaks free, and it reaches the free stream. So when you throw a knuckleball, the seam will cause the air to tumble and break loose. So the aerodynamic drag will go way down where the seam trips it. Then on the other side of the ball, where the air may not have had a chance to hit the seam yet, the pressure builds up, the boundary layer builds up. And it happens really around 100 kilometers an hour, around 60 miles an hour. That's where the effect is really noticeable. If you've ever tried to bump a volleyball and then somebody's hit it real hard with no spin, it's a difficult thing. And so when you're trying to swing a bat in less than a second and a half while the thing is doing whoa. But the advantage that the batter has there is it's going much more slowly than a fastball. You just can't throw it as hard. And I mean, try it. It's just really difficult to throw it hard. So the knuckleball comes and goes in the game. Yeah. And there was a guy who used to dig his fingernails in to help it, to give a little grip.
Was that Tim Wakefield who did that? I think he's the one who dug his fingernails in. Yeah. By the way, bases juiced here for Mitch Haniger at the plate. 1-1 count. Tukey Tucson trying to get out of this jam here. Bill Nye, the science guy, joining us here on the YouTube Altcast. Lauren Gardner and Cameron Maybin, World Series champion, here with you. While we have only one out here, I want to continue down this road. I'm a Colorado native. Obviously, they introduced the humidor into the game to try and maybe work on preventing as many home runs in terms of it being a hitter's ballpark.
Effective, yeah.
Extremely effective.
Yeah, can you just explain the concept? Obviously, you're talking about sea level and the molecules moving slower when they're warmer and obviously lower with less density, but can you just walk everyone through all this?
Well, no, just near sea level, there are more molecules.
Correct, yeah, less atmosphere at altitude, right?
Yeah. And so by making the ball a little less responsive, they were able to, they lowered the coefficient of restitution. They were able to even it out a little bit. The ball doesn't bounce as high, but it still bounces. I mean, it's very subtle. I'm not telling you anything.
Oh, here we go.
What I really like about games in Denver, we got a base hit and 1 or 2 runs.
Looks like a RBI single there, 1 run scored there. Mitch Haniger just drove him in.
Mitch Haniger back in the lineup.
Because the left fielder was able to get the ball in so fast. Is that right? That's the trouble with watching it on the TV is the director has to make choices, so you don't see the defensive. You don't see quite the whole play. So I'm watching it goes over third base someplace, but the left fielder plays it just fine. He comes running in. Do you guys remember Tippy Martinez? Are you of a certain age?
I've heard of the name. I will say I'm of a certain age.
The outfield coach for the Mariners early on. And you got to have the left foot back. You got to have the left foot back when you get the ball in the outfield, if you're right hand.
Tippy Martinez, left foot back. That's true.
Hey, that's a great
I didn't use
advice. Fundamentals.
And never bring the glove to the hand, never the hand to the glove.
Oh.
It's funny. A lot of people don't teach left foot back, Bill. That's funny. He was one of the different
for the outfielder
teachers.
fielding the ball. What do they say? Just fake it.
Left foot forward.
Do I have to come over there?
Yeah, they always say left foot forward. I was always a left foot back guy as well. It felt more comfortable. So I'm glad Bill Nye would approve of my my fielding skills. I really do appreciate that.
Tippy Martinez gave me an earful about it.
Really? Can you tell us the story?
You ask anybody. I went to Mariners fantasy camp a few times. You ask anybody. I'm about the worst player on the field. So
but it's your passion and love that we appreciate. That's the difference.
I'm pretty much the worst player, but I always tried to have a good time. I'll be back. Trouble is when you get older, it's just very hard to sprint without injury. Oh, there's what's his name playing in the. So I'm determined.
I mean, that's a nice line drive to right field.
I was determined to hit it to right field.
That's a beautiful,
what that was about. That was the clumsy swing.
That was beautiful. Swing to right field. You made the play that you were supposed to make. I mean, what more can they ask from you?
So here's why, you guys. These people were watching Mr. Crawford here. These people are major league players. Now, the director has to make choices. Do we have a shift on?
Also, great question. I love that you're incorporating the director's decision-making so much into the viewing experience.
Well, how's he
really
going to do it? So by the way, Ohtani hit right through the shift. What the heck? Who the heck is this guy?
Bill, are you in favor?
Right,
are you in favor of eliminating the shift?
No. Which is why I hit it to right field in the softball game. Because if even loser Bill can hit it to right field, these kids could learn to hit it to the opposite field.
I like it.
By the way, a beautiful bunt. A beautiful bunt. Was it Crawford? Made a nice.
It was Crawford.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're able to multitask like this.
It popped up, and you know I'm watching it on the small screen. It popped up, but he's so quick, and it took. And the
Look,
third
there's
baseman
the defense
wasn't,
right there.
Yeah, just little people, little tiny people. Yes.
Little ant players out there.
Well, okay.
The defense.
Go ahead.
So did you walk that guy?
Walked in a run.
Walked in a run.
Gosh, you come on, Bill, and your Mariners start crossing the plate.
We might have to keep you on while the Mariners are trying to, stay in this hump October.
It's all me. It's all me.
How do you? Okay, so obviously a man of science. How much do you attribute luck to the outcome of these games?
I mean, a little. But the better teams often do better. No, the ball is round, the bat is round. Anything can happen. But you're not old enough to remember the Mariners in the 1970s. The motto, the bumper sticker was anything can happen.
Okay, and so we talk about a little bit of science. And I was a kid, LG. Also, we talked about, we lived on your word. We believe. Bill Nye, the science guy, said it. We believed it, okay?
It's truth.
But
there you go.
Up until this point, I've been rocking with that. Bill Nye's my guy. But something I read that I was questioning a little bit as a hitter, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. I read something that you said pitchers actually like the wind to be blowing out. And as a hitter, I went,
Who said that?
I read that. I don't know. Is that fake news? Is that a fake quote?
That sounds like fake news.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
I may have said it's easier to throw a curveball when the wind's blowing out.
Okay, I think they got your words wrong. So
is that good?
That works for me because I said, you know what? I believe a lot of, pretty much everything. About 100% of what Bill Nye, I've seen, I've read. He backs his points up. And I said,
when there's more wind speed, you can throw a curveball.
So it makes the breaking ball better.
It might. And this is another example where absolutely, without question, it depends.
Okay, would you say it depends on if you have a good breaking ball? So if you're a guy,
it depends on the pitcher. Let me ask this guy: if you're a guy, is he coming this way or that way?
Right. If you're a guy with good stuff, nasty stuff like we see today, George Kirby, for instance, right? He's got 97.
God, striking people out.
Striking people out, punching tickets, 97 plus.
And you'll notice the guys are swinging because he's not going to walk them. Like this is a classic first pitch, 2-0, 3-1. This is
beautiful, right?
First pitch may be your best pitch.
You love seeing that.
For the hitter, for the angel hitter, yeah.
So a guy like George Kirby with nasty stuff, good spin rate. We talk about this spin rate stuff.
Spin rate, loving spin rate.
It creates a different illusion. It makes the ball
you watch those guys. Did you walk around the clubhouse doing this all day?
All day long.
Oh, cool.
Trying to pop it to get that strength, yeah. Oh well. When I tried to pitch, the ball just goes sort of anywhere.
Bill,
he says, Bill,
Nye, the science guy. You started a rally, Bill.
You're good luck there for your ends. A 2-run ribby there for Carlos Santana.
That was a good slide. Now, people, when should you slide head first?
Great question.
Never, all right?
I don't mean to cut you off. I just have to ask you a question. How excited do you get when a guy beats the shift? Carlos Santana just beat the shift. How beautiful was that?
Oppo.
Right on time. See,
Oppo Taco.
Bill, you're going to have to stay on here a little bit longer. The M's that went on a tear.
That's a good slide. That's a good slide.
Okay, yeah, tell us when you should slide in head first.
Back to first base when they're trying to pick you off. But the rest of it, you guys, it's just dangerous. There's one guy in the history of history that could do it. And nobody else really can do it. I'm sorry, I'm a bitter old man I'm not open-minded. I'm miserable curmudgeon.
The self-deprecation is
Slide
very
head
charming.
First, you get injured. It's in mathematics, you'd call it a Venn diagram with the circles. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it was Ricky Henderson, not Ricky Henderson, okay?
Different league.
Oh, look at that, right on cue. Our amazing production team here at MLB Network.
There he
YouTube.
is, okay? Nobody else, do you see that Superman thing, and he doesn't overslide, and he doesn't get injured, and do you see how he turns his head? He doesn't get hit with the guy's knee and everything, all right? I'm not saying you couldn't learn to do it, but you don't. And I like the sliding glove, the mitt. That's a good idea. I grew up, you know, taking your batting glove and putting it in your hand, you know what I mean? So you wouldn't slide with your open hand and scrape this up.
Or jam a finger.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so quick question
Put
on
the batting glove in here.
Exactly.
Or pick up a little infield dirt and hold it there.
Oh, that's a great tactic.
We used to do that before all the oven mitts and these new things. That's what guys use. I love it. I love the old school. I love it.
You never know when you need to take the pizza bagels out of the oven. Real quick, okay, on the subject of sliding, I'm sure you're familiar with Trey Turner and that silky slide.
Oh, yeah.
It's just seamless, and then he just stands right back up. He said it's easy, and it's just, he's like, oh, it's just standard, but come on. Like,
yeah, does his speed, does the amount of speed that he gets going around the bases, does that help him have such a smooth slide?
Yeah. Yeah, so the other thing, you guys, I don't know if you ever played hockey or ice skated.
Yeah, and I'm terrible at it.
Those guys do that. Well, but those guys learn to do that. They get back up.
It's a great
you
point.
Use your, I'm not saying it's easy, but people can do it. And just, guys, as you may know, my first job out of engineering school was in Seattle. I love Seattle. Seattle saved my life. The Mariners are my American League team. I'm not a bad person. I grew up in the city of Washington, D.C. There are a couple dozen of us that grew up in the city.
Yeah,
Me
you're
and
right.
Dave Chappelle. Those are two guys. All right?
Yeah. Two legends.
And so I was a Washington Senators fan. Then I couldn't help it, a Washington Nationals fan. And when I see Trey Turner playing for the beloved Dodgers, it just kind of breaks my heart.
Listen, I
Kinda
understand
breaks my
that.
heart.
I understand that. Hey,
See
Bill.
Juan Soto going off this way, it just kind of, I want to kill myself. I see Rendon playing over there. It's
that
okay.
one stung.
That's all right.
That one really
My life's
stung.
been a waste. It's all right.
We just had Katie Feeney, social media phenom, on to discuss that. Also from the Washington, D.C. area, maybe not Washington, D.C. proper,
Well,
like
it's all right.
yourself.
The area is fine.
At least they left, at least they left a championship behind. I mean, right? Let's look at a little bit of positive. They could have just left,
There's much in what you say.
smoke and
Yes.
ashes, but at least they left, some
it's a piece
hardware.
of hardware.
At least they left some hardware.
Exactly. But no more Scherzer.
Oh, no,
Turner,
I'm
Soto.
with you. But it's all about the money. You got to spend it. And then, in Washington, there's this thing with the Orioles, like if you live in Maryland, which team are you going to be loyal to and all this stuff. So
I mean, are you just like a front runner? Oh, man, hit by pitch here. Gosh, this thing is
It's another hit by a
quickly.
pitch with in all the excitement, somebody came in to pitch.
Yes.
See how deep the ball in his hand, he lost control of it. I guess that was going to be a changeup. Yeah.
It looked like he choked a slider right there, your little back foot.
You know more about than I do.
But I like it what you're saying, and I've seen this. They showed a video of Jacob deGrom last night, and he had the ball really in his fingertips, and they were talking about how to allow him to have better control. Is that, again, we got you on here, we have to ask, is choking that ball like that a product of you, spiking that ball as well as probably overthrowing it as well?
If you're trying to give it that curve or a breaking ball, you gotta. And the guys with bigger fingers, you'd think Michael Phelps would be like some amazing pitcher.
Yeah.
Hand size, a lot goes into that.
Reach, length.
Hand size, fingers,
that dude would be halfway to the
I was
plate.
in Seattle when Randy Johnson was pitching, and the guy was 50 feet tall. The ball was coming, from the sky.
Could you imagine?
Oh, man.
Could you imagine?
I could imagine. You could go to
that
that fancy batting cage and have it simulated.
Yeah, guy said it felt like he was literally handing the ball to the catcher.
Wow.
That's what they would say about Randy Johnson.
But but man, you know, you guys, I was there when the Mariners beat the Yankees, and it was just this big doggone deal in 1995. You know, I mean,
so
it was cool. That's when Seattle became a baseball town.
And I want to ask you about that. You talk about the M's. You talk about you know, being a huge fan. I know you have a new show. That's.
Oh yeah, let's promote my show.
Let's promote the show. Let's talk about the new show.
The end is nigh.
So here's what happens, you guys. When things are good, is this the live game?
No, this looks like it's at night. Yeah, it's a replay from
I think
last
the head
the
first
blunders.
slide worked, but he's going to hurt himself. I don't want to have to come over there.
No, you already warned them.
I remind you, do not slide into first base.
I never understood that.
The moment, the instant you leave your feet, you slow down.
Okay, question for you now. To add to that, I love that question, right? So as a base stealer, if you're stealing bases, because I used to get in arguments with people all the time about, Cam, you need to slide feet first, and I would tell them, I'm 6'4". When I get going and feel like I have to go backwards to start a feet first slide, I feel like I would slow down so much. So would you agree that you actually, if you're going to slide, that you would be better off doing, like you said, Ricky Henderson-ish, because he's in his own, like you said, his own circle? Would you be better off going in head first if you want to keep momentum?
No.
So as a base stealer, what do you suggest as a base stealer?
What's the guy's name? Roadrunner. The bird. Get your feet to go ahead of you. Don't lean forward and then swing your feet under. Get your feet to go ahead of you.
So the upright
And then I
posture.
grew up, I'm so old, you guys, I remember Kirk Flood going in sideways and hooking it and all that. Anyway, all right.
The hook slide
You
is
kids,
money.
you got the oven mitts, you got video, carry on.
Okay, we never know.
The new show.
Well, we need to
When things are good, we watch romantic comedies. When things are happy, we watch baseball games, we get involved. But when things are anxious, when there's anxiety out in the world, we watch disaster movies. There's some human nature surprising thing. We watch disaster movies when there's disasters going on. Like when there's a pandemic, people rent Contagion. And it's crazy.
That is crazy.
So we made 6 disaster movies, 6 one-hour disaster movies. And the disaster happens. Some disclosure, in the first half hour, I get killed.
What? No!
I get killed.
Don't do that.
Yes.
You can't do that to us.
And then, in the second half hour, I come back and we show you how great it would be if we respected science and took steps necessary to be ready for these things. And you saw Seth MacFarlane go by there. He's in every show. He has a cameo in every show. And there it is. I'm explaining it doesn't have to go down that way. I'm talking about the science of deflecting asteroids right there.
Wow.
So you guys, it starts, and that was cool.
What's happening there?
Then I get electrocuted. Then those are carbon dioxide molecules, and then here I get killed by tektites. We have a comet impact that destroys the world, and there's giant floods where I drown. But don't worry, I come back. In every show.
As long as you come back.
And we show you how great it would be if we respected the science and took steps to be prepared. So it starts August 25th, and because it's the modern world, you kids with your electric television machines, all 6 episodes drop the same day,
We have to
midnight.
binge.
You got to binge. You got to binge it good. So that binge it well. So you guys, I really appreciate promoting the show. The End is Nigh is a pun. My name is derived from Danish, but it's been corrupted. Nobody ever in Denmark really says ni, but it's close enough. So it's close enough to the end is near. The end is nigh. See what we did there?
We
right.
totally get it. Okay, so I do have a quick question.
Thank you for listening. And when we got involved in all this talking, I kind of dropped the scoring ball, but I'll be back.
Mike Myers was able to kind of get out of the jam. He didn't allow a run, at least, so he was able to quelch some of the damage. So he pitched to third with 1 strikeout. And he has a 4.44 ERA right now. I don't know, there's something special about the number 4.
That's pretty high, isn't
it is high.
But Kirby is still going wild here, right?
Yep, Kirby's still
throwing
going.
strikes. 0-1, like you said. I love it.
They're coming right after him.
2 hits, 2 strikeouts.
But, you know, the first pitch 2-0, 3-1. Like the hitters all know, the first pitch might be the one.
Swing early.
But, so what is his? He's got the. He's got sort of 2 pitches. Look at that.
So what you know what, George Kirby, he's got the 4-seamer with some run. We call it some arm side run. So it's a 4-seamer, not a 2-seamer. But he gets a little action, I think, off of that, you know, I'm trying to get my Bill Nye, off of that, you know, middle finger that causes a little bit of, you know, arm side, a little arm side run, you know, off of that little finger. And then he has a slider and a curveball that he likes to change the different shapes with that pitch. So the guy has really good stuff. And like you said, 96, 97, a really good repertoire. Looks like a pretty big, tall guy.
I can't get in a race car and go 97 miles an hour, let alone throw a ball. Like, it's amazing, you know?
And have to hit it as well. What about, you know, to have to hit a baseball?
It really is amazing.
Is it true?
Modern players are really something.
Is it true, Bill Nye, that hitting a baseball is the most difficult thing to do in all sports, in your opinion?
I mean, it sure looks hard. And if you do it a third of the time, you're some kind of amazing guy, right?
And those are the Hall of Famers.
Rick Riz. You know our Rick Riz. Do you know Rick Riz?
Rick Riz.
Mariners radio announcer. He used to do hockey many, many years ago.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, what hockey players do with pucks on skates at 100 miles an hour is also amazing. But hitting a baseball is pretty hard because a baseball has all this aerodynamic wackiness that just the pitchers are just out to get you. They're out to get you, people.
They really
it's
are.
Difficile.
We actually produce NHL Network here out at MLB Network, and I used to cover the Colorado Avalanche, and seeing that up close, trying to skate myself, let alone like actually hold a stick and manage a puck.
Okay,
it's insanely difficult.
And I want to ask a question for the new school and old school, because you brought something up just now. You talk about how amazing it is, you know, how tough it is to hit a baseball, and I know you're a huge baseball fan. You talk about the 70s. Do you think that it's tougher to play in today's game than it is, you know, years ago or earlier, 70s, 80s? Do you think?
Oh, books have been written, right? I mean, just guys used to play and have to have day jobs. You know, they work in the gas station the rest of the year. Now there's all this training and weight training and fitness. You guys remember, when I was in Seattle, you guys remember Edgar Martinez?
Absolutely.
I do know
he
that
said they take 2 weeks off a year. Like, as soon as the season ends, he takes 2 weeks off, and then he starts training again. At Halloween, you know, he's back on it. And so it's got to be harder. But with that said, you guys, I just feel that major league players could hit to the opposite field, could beat the shift. I mean, they are major league players. They could learn to bunt. This can't be, I know they get paid to hit home runs. I know, but they also get paid to win.
I appreciate as a baseball fan, coming up, having to know how to bunt, having to know how to hit behind the runners. I appreciate you as a fan saying that, because at the end of the day, and you're going to go baseball for a second, teams that win, teams that are winning World Series, they play good defense, they pitch well, but they know how to manufacture runs. They don't wait for the homer. So I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot.
And so center field is covering that ball that went through. No harm. It's hard to knock down people stealing bases. Thank you. Yes. Small ball is important. And you know the old saying, defense wins games, people. Defense wins games.
That's coming from a science guy right there, you know?
Exactly.
We like to use the science in our game where and when we want to use it. Oh, strikeouts are okay, but it's LPS is great until a team, you know, is striking out at an enormous clip and can't drive runs in. And so I love hearing that, because we always want to, you know, now lean towards the science. I think it's a fine line of both. Guys have to know how to be complete hitters and play the game.
Well, that's what
the right
you want,
way.
and that's what I want as a fan. But you know, as I say, I'm an old man with a curmudgeon. You want to see people hit to the opposite field. You want to see bunts. You want to see squeeze plays. You want to see base stealings. At 4-1 now? Yeah.
4-2. I believe
4-2.
Came in on that.
Things are happening.
4-1. Excuse me. David Fletcher with the RBI single.
So my defense, everybody, I'm watching this little postage stamp.
Tiny, tiny screen you're looking at. Yeah, we have the benefit
the other thing,
of having a larger
screen.
monitor.
And right on cue, Bill Nye using the whole field.
Plus, I'm not watching high-resolution television, and I'm making excuses. So,
but I feel like they're legitimate excuses here as we see Shohei Ohtani, the two-way threat.
This guy's going to break his bat.
Why?
Okay, he's going to break his bat.
Explain to us
Maybe
why.
on this, because
what
he's
do you
not
see,
branding it.
What do you see that we don't see?
All right, this makes me crazy. I'm fine. I'm an old man. Don't worry about me. It's okay. My life's been a waste. It's all right. So, when you have pieces of paper and you flop, but if you hold it this way, they're stiff.
Okay.
Right? Floppy in this direction, stiff in this direction. Well, in Kentucky or South Korea or wherever the bats are produced, the skilled old world, living in the new world craftsman orients the grains of the bat so that it will be strongest. He takes a second to do that, and then he puts the brand on the bat. And I don't have a wooden bat here, but I do have a drafting brush, obviously.
Same thing.
So the same thing has been done here, where the grains of the brush are set up to be strong this way and more flexible this way. And so when you grow up playing with aluminum bats, this isn't an issue. The bat is, as we say, isotropic. It is the same in every direction. Oh. But the grains of the wooden bat are not. And so this is more old stuff. Back when Chuck Armstrong was the president of the Mariners, he had me do a presentation. And the guy who really got into it and changed his style a little was Dan Wilson, who was an all-star catcher for the Mariners back then. And Suzuki, when I see Suzuki playing for the Angels, I go, that's baseball. All right, so you want to orient the bat so that the grains are helping you, not enabling the ball to break the bat. Now, Ohtani, hits it on the barrel so often that he doesn't break bats as much as some other players. But I remember, and I can show you video, I can show you still frames of video, rather, of Derek Jeter. And I said to my friends, he's going to break his bat, and he did, because he didn't brand it on this one pitch. And just don't be surprised. But this Ohtani just hit a home run. Oh, no, nice.
No, Ohtani
happy
struck
fly
out
ball.
looking, and Luis Rengifo just flew out to left.
Rengifo, yeah, flew out. Okay, there you go. I get behind, man. But they scored a run. The Angels scored a run. And Angel Stadium is very nice, and the halo is nice, but it's loud. It is a loud place. No, the never-ending clap your hands. Blah, 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 blah.
They do a good job of manufacturing noise. They do.
If that's a good job. Yeah, anyway, been there several times. It's beautiful, though. But there's not that many people in the stands on a Thursday afternoon. What, do people have jobs?
I know. What is this? Can't you show up to an afternoon game for your team that's completely out of it?
What could be more important? Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Anyway,
Bill, we really
you guys, this has really been fun. I'm full of opinions, but I'm an old man who was never a very good player.
Well, we appreciate your passion, your love. The night is near.
Tips? Any
that
tips?
Is premiering on August
the end is nigh. We can't wait to see it. Looking forward to it.
So there's the other thing that is always charming. I did a show called The Eyes of Nye. I interviewed I interviewed Hope Solo.
Whoa.
Very early in her career, yeah. She was very young. We all were back then. Edgar Martinez, the guy who was the fastest human for Maurice Green, who was a 100-meter guy, and asked each one of them, what do you think about? What do you think about when you're trying to hit the ball, when you're trying to stop the goal, when you're trying to beat the other guy in 100 meters? What do you think about? And they all said the same thing, seriously. They all said, they just try to think about nothing.
Oh, beautiful.
And that is what's so hard about this game.
You find the flow.
So hard. There's all this stuff going on, all these decisions, curveball, fastball, forkball. Is there an R in the month? Do I let the ball fall in front of me to control who's going to be the base runner at first? Is it an infield fly? Do I come in for this bunt? Am I going to hit it the other way? And think about nothing.
Which is not thinking at all, and yet you just clear that space and you allow yourself to be present in the moment. Bill Nye, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Bill Nye. Appreciate it.
Educational
the end is nigh,
experience.
August 25th. Turn it up loud.
Check it out.
On Peacock.
Absolute treat.
Right,
thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the game. We'll let you get back to scorekeeping.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Bill Nye, the end is nigh.
How
Honestly,
awesome was that?
His acting chops look amazing. I cannot wait to watch that, and I'm going to be binge watching, by the way.
I can't wait. I just love how they created a new version of what we used to, have the opportunity to get. So I love that. I can't wait to tune in to The End Is Nigh.
I can't wait to tune in either. And I can't wait to chow down on the Pig Beach barbecue that our guys are cooking up here at the tailgate, essentially, here at MLB Network Studios. You can see the setup here. It sounds like they were cooking up all sorts of things. Steve Shane, can you hear us?
Hey, guys.
Mouth
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. How are we doing? What kind of progress are we making?
All right, we got ribs. Cameron, you're a rib guy, right?
I'm a huge rib guy. Pulled pork ribs.
They're ready right here.
I thought I smelled something really good in here. I don't know if somebody opened the window up in the studio, but I could get a little whiff. I need it.
There you go.
Nobody touched my plate.
We got our famous Pig Beach burger here.
That's my plate. I need
got
it.
a nice Yankee Red Hot sausage.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't eat breakfast, so I saved a little space for a little bit of everything, fellas, just so you know.
Well, you're going to have to fight with the camera crew out here.
Yeah, I'm sure they're salivating as well. Okay, take us through the process with the rib preparation.
All right, so basically we started smoking these this morning. They cook for about 4 hours. They got our signature rub on them. We use a peach and honey glaze.
Oh my God.
We smoke them up, glaze them, wrap them in foil, and then you get this nice product right here. I mean, look at that. They just fall apart.
Oh, look how they just fell off that bone.
Yeah.
Oh.
You ready for that or what?
More than ready.
I was ready.
You have no idea.
Okay, and take us through the burger. What do we got going on there?
All right, so this is our famous Pig Beach burger. We got a brisket blend burger that we griddled up real quick over here on the griddle. We got our house-made pickles, white American cheese, and our secret sauce. Can't tell you what's in there.
If you
and
told
then
us,
a
you
nice
have to kill us.
potato roll.
Ooh, potato roll.
Secret. Yeah,
why do you go with potato?
Potato roll is just the best for a burger. It absorbs the grease. It's good to go.
Oh, I cannot wait.
I'm so hungry. Okay, guys, you keep up the good work.
We also have a brisket waiting for you guys.
What? Wait, I'm sorry, what? A brisket?
There's a brisket.
Waiting.
Got a brisket.
Is it resting
Waiting.
or is it cooking or is it just hanging out?
It's hanging out. It's resting.
LG's like, listen, fellas, I appreciate you, but I need it hot when we get our play, okay? You know?
We're ready to go, man.
Listen,
we're waiting on you.
I love it. I love it.
This is what we in the business call a tease, and we're honestly, I think our production crew is just teasing us here on set more than anything. They're like, you guys have to keep checking in with these guys and just letting them explain and describe the amazing delicacies that you're preparing for us. And then later on, we're going to get to try the outstanding work that you guys are doing over there. Okay, we're going to check back in with you guys a little bit later. We have another guest here on the couch here in Studio 21. I'm going to call you a personal friend now because we were friends on the Soch, and then we met at All-Star Week.
Yes.
Caleb Green, a member of our creator class here with Major League Baseball. Caleb, you're doing all sorts of great things on social. How are you, and how cool has this experience been for you so far?
Well, first and foremost, I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here in front of you, and it's been a great experience in the creator class, and I think it's a great thing that MLB is doing to try to diversify the game of baseball. But it's been a great experience so far, and here I am at the lovely.
This is just the beginning. LG and I, we talked about it. This is just the beginning. Your content, what you've done, I mean, the avenue that you've kind of opened up a lane for so many young men and women to kind of show what they can do, show their talent. I mean, what inspired you to kind of start doing what you're doing and kind of create the following that you've created?
So believe it or not, I actually used to watch Key and Peele a lot.
All right.
So this is
That's
a
good one.
Yep, good taste. Good taste.
But their kind of approach to sketch comedy is what started me. But then on TikTok, I started right during COVID. I think many of us downloaded that app at that time because there wasn't anything else better to do. And I really started getting into baseball content. At the time, there wasn't much going on, but there was some equipment that I invested in. I got a mic and a tripod, and I always used to play baseball. I was like, I can make content that somebody might laugh at. And it really kicked off in 2021, and I started making some content. I started doing MLB Network analysis, so I would try to impersonate the analysts.
It's pretty spot on. It's
good. I love it. Yeah.
It's really good.
And so it's just gone up from there. I've been a part of the MLB Creator Class since May, and again, I think that it's a great thing that MLB is doing to try to grow the game of baseball.
Another member of the creator class, by the way, really quick, top of the fourth here. We still have ourselves a 4-1 game, Ems with the lead. Another member of that creator class, Lacey Jane Brown. I know you guys were hanging out in LA. I'm a big fan of hers. I follow her on the social. Honestly, sometimes she keeps us up to speed on some of the trending topics.
Thank you, Lacey.
I found out about the John Harbaugh stuff, being a huge O's fan from
Pippen,
you.
Changed his name. Thank you, AB.
AB dance, yes. So Lacey Jane Brown, thank you for joining us. Just talk about the inception of your social presence and what you're doing right now in educating the masses.
Yeah, so when I first started off on TikTok, I honestly started off doing like funny skits and everything like that. And then I've always really have fallen in love with stories, like athlete stories and different things like that. And so I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to transition now and do stories. And then when I did that, it just kind of like clicked with the audience and got a lot of traction. And so I've been doing that now. I've focused mainly on football at the very beginning, but now I'm doing basketball, baseball, UFC. You have some NASCAR in there, just a mixture of everything.
And I love it. This question is for both of you. I'm asking Caleb because he's here, and a lot of people see the content, and I spent the last few nights just catching up.
He was studying for this all cast,
big time, because I'm a huge fan, and I'm really in awe.
He was in a deep dive.
Because a lot of people don't realize the talent and the time that it takes. So one thing that I was really interested in was, how long does it take you to, and I'll let Caleb go first because he's here with us, how long does it take you to come up with this, cut, print, this is it, delete it, save it as a draft? LG and myself, it took us about 5 takes. I'm going to say 5
We almost hurt ourselves just making
trying to make a quick little dance reel. So how long does it take? I watched your videos all night, and I'm just in awe. I had a headache going, how do you cut? How do you edit? How do you switch clothes so fast? And this is for Caleb. And then, as well, on the end, how do you spend the time and take the time to cut these videos, and how much goes into it?
Inception to completion. Take us through the process.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to share that with you. So it depends it depends on the concept. But some of them I just come up with it on the fly, or I'm thinking about it, right? So like a game, for example, a scenario will happen, and I say, well, how can I make this comedic, right? How can I make a little funny jab at this and exaggerate it so people laugh? So you were mentioning how I'm able to change attire. I usually do one cut in one set of clothes, and then I'll do another cut in the other set. So you have to plan out the dialogue.
Okay.
And it can take a while. So sometimes, depending on how many takes you have to do, it can take anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes to 45 minutes. But then that's not even the worst part.
That's so smart, because I did one and I kept changing back and forth. And guys, it wasn't cute. It was me by myself in my apartment, and I was such an amateur.
With a little practice, you'll be a professional.
Okay.
You're on your way.
And Lacey, for you, I mean, you're pumping out at least, 1-2 stories a day. Where are your sources, and how long does it take you to create these stories? Because you're crushing it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I try to do 3, sometimes 4 each day. It takes a long time, honestly. I'm constantly looking stuff up. I'm constantly researching. I do a lot of research on Twitter, actually, because I feel like you find a lot of in real time stuff, and that's what I like. And I like to really just dig into the fun, unique stories that you typically wouldn't see on the mainstream, because basically when something happens, so say DK Metcalf signs this contract extension, well, I want to find something unique about that. Like, how does this make history, or like what's unique about his contract, rather than just the fact that, hey, he signed a massive contract extension. So for me, it takes a long time to just research and then just getting everything together. But I don't really have to change my clothes because my body is literally like a little corner in it, but that's it. So
yeah, it's the green screen effect, but it really is a tremendous work that you're both doing, and I love that you're always digging deeper and finding that additional layer as a reporter, whether it be sideline or just a correspondent reporting on the postseason, whether it be NHL, MLB. When I used to work in football, that's what I was always searching for, was that additional component. Like, how do we expand the story? How do we find that additional layer? And you're always doing such a tremendous job of finding that really fun wrinkle that, like, it captivates people. It's a hook, and you have the same thing, Caleb, as we are here at the end of the fourth. Wow, what a quick inning. But real quick, actually, Justin, do we have time for a game? I'm talking to our producer. We're breaking the fourth wall here. Okay, we have time for a little bit of a game that we really wanted to play with you two. So we're gonna flip the script on both of you, and we're going to tell you a story. I don't have all the deets here because my producer's telling me all this in real time, but we're going to get your real-time reactions here. So we all know about the Yankees and the recent skid here. So how about this? A Yankee fan in the bleachers just getting a haircut at the game. You know what?
Caleb, I need a video of this one later. I need the 2-3 Calebs in the clip. I need you to chop this one up.
With
and
the dialogue.
Lacey, same thing. I need the dialogue.
Caleb, reaction, go.
This is an incredible thing for the game of baseball and for barbers everywhere. So from a business perspective, you can go to a baseball game and watch baseball. You can eat, you can have a few drinks, but if you can go to get a haircut, wow, that's a brilliant concept.
Listen, I love it.
Yeah, honestly, highlight of the game. My biggest question is, how did you get the scissors in the game? Like, how did that happen?
First thing I asked last night, who was that security when they brought the clippers through? But I'm with it.
And even the cape, like they had the full kit and caboodle, as they will say, as I just aged myself with that phrase. Okay, this one is a little, it's not necessarily outdated, but it happened, I think, about a week ago. Rookie Rodolfo Castro sliding headfirst, by the way.
Caleb,
we're talking about that with Bill Nye. You see what slid out of his pocket there, Caleb?
Yeah, his phone fell out of his pocket, everyone, and he actually got suspended for that.
Yeah.
No, it's actually a rule.
Third base coach wanted nothing to do with it. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was a violation of one of MLB's policies about having devices on the field. So I'm sad that he got suspended.
He is appealing the suspension.
I thought he was looking,
okay.
I said he was using it for navigation to try to make sure he knew where the bases were, first, second, third. I mean, maybe he needed his navigation ways. I don't know.
He's a professional ball player, man. He's an expert. He should know these things, you know?
Lacey, should he know better?
Yeah. Well, my question is, how did that even happen? Like, you said it was an accident, but it's still such a strange situation. Like, one of the strangest I've seen for a while.
Why aren't you leaving your phone? And you can speak to this in the clubhouse.
I've never done an LG, but listen, you know, I've been on the cusp of coming out before 7:05 game, and I was sending out a little last-minute text, and you just stick it in your pocket, and then I've got to the cages and went, okay, whoa. Let me take this back up. So it's happened, but I've never went as far as to actually go up to the plate, get in that bat, run the bases, the whole 9 yards. So again, that's a first for me.
These phones aren't
light. You see something different. They always say you always see something new on the baseball field or on a diamond or anywhere, court. There you go. Never saw it before.
Okay, let's take it to the south side. Lacey, we're going to start with you. Tony La Russa has had some interesting and viral moments over the course of the season. How about this fan? And I'm sure you've seen this video. I see the smile on your face. It sounds like he's telling La Russa to put in a pinch runner. And then La Russa does stand up and he makes the exact move that the fan was telling him to make. So was the fan actually telling him what to do? Did he have that much of an impact?
Yeah. I mean, this to me is a perfect example of when you can say we when referring to your favorite team in sports. Like, people give you so much of a hard time for that. This is why you can say we. I mean, straight up.
There you go. You got your next video for later today. There you go.
Right?
That's perfect.
It's so good.
What do you got, Caleb?
Listen,
what do you got on that?
Yeah, what's your
everyone needs a little help sometimes. That's okay. And back to that we component, right? We did it, right? We helped. And the man that actually recommended that, I think he might need to start applying for a manager position as well. I mean, hey, he made a decision.
Not only did he say pinch hitter, he named the guy he wanted. I want Adam Engel, the fastest guy on the bench. So, I mean, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was talking about.
Educated fan. So the owner of the White Sox back in the 50s when he was an owner of the St. Louis Browns actually had like managerial fan night. So the fans would sit in the stands with yes or no cards, and then he would hold up signs with the questions. As we have a home run, my friends. It looks like Eugenio Suarez goes yard off of Michael Myers. No, not the one from the movie Halloween. And well, the M's continue to break this thing open as we have ourselves a 6-1 ball game here in the top of the 5th here on the YouTube Altcast. Lauren Gardner, Cameron Maybin, World Series champ joining you here. Listen, if you want to watch the primary stream, go ahead and do that with Scott Braun and Yonder Alonso. But if you want to talk really all things lifestyle right now, we have two amazing content creators here, and Lacey Jane Brown and of course Caleb Green. You guys have so many fun takes on all things sports. Part of our creator class here with MLB. I want to, after this home run, actually first and foremost, initial reaction to this bomb, because that thing went deep. And by the way, there was a kid in the mix. Can we go on a total tangent here? An adult got it, and it was a full-grown man who brought his glove to the game. Lacey, are we in favor of that? And he also took the ball over a kid.
No.
Thank you.
No, it should never happen. Never. And you should even just give it to the kid at that point, okay? You did it. Give it to the kid. You did the work. Be
Thank
nice.
you. I agree.
Yeah, it's just common courtesy. If you get it, you got to give it to a deserving kid. And plus, like, you know, there might be a reward at the end. If they see it on the broadcast, they might give you a signed bat or something. So it's kind of like you might get a bigger reward.
The bigger picture, I like it. And I'm going to be honest, we talk about grown-ups, especially grown men. No offense to the grown men that bring gloves to the game.
Oh, no.
If you see a guy out there in that area, bring a glove to the game, I'm guarantee you he's probably got he's probably got a few already in BP. You know, he comes out early, so he's probably already gathered a nice.
Probably throwing bows like, yeah, pushing
already,
7-year-olds
so
out of the way.
Let's go. I'm all for it.
He probably just doesn't want to hurt his hand.
Michael Myers was able to record his first out. Hey, guys, Caleb, I met you at the Draft After Dark party. Lacey, I think I saw you off in the distance, and I didn't have a chance to come up and introduce myself, and I was actually regretting the fact that I wasn't able to meet you in person. But let's talk about both of you, your experience at All-Star Week. Both of you, I believe, attended nearly every single event. Like, I was exhausted working a lot of the events, but you were there at every single thing. What was the most memorable moment, Caleb, we'll start with you, from that week?
For me, it was being on the red carpet. And I had a particular job, so I got the chance to interview some of the players. These were the Jackie Robinson Nike Dunks.
Awesome.
And I was able to interview Jock Peterson, Byron Buxton, and Jazz Chisholm, and ask them about the shoe. But my favorite baseball player, Dansby Swanson, was also there.
Lieutenant Dansby. Well, you're from the Atlanta area.
Yeah, so I got to dap him up, and you know, of all the experiences, that was probably the one that takes it.
And tell people, because I love for fans to know about their favorite players. Gets them a little closer to the player. Dansby Swanson, one of the best guys you'll meet. You know, this is a peer, and this is somebody who met him. You said favorite player. Right, one of the kindest human beings you'll meet on the baseball field, right? And
100%.
Off the field.
100%. And he actually came to our high school back when I was a senior in Metter High School. He actually came, thanks to Coach Mason Howes. But he came and he talked to us about his experience in the MLB, you know, the draft, and he was a College World Series champion at Vanderbilt and getting first overall pick in 2015. And so it was really great to just talk to him and learn about his perspectives. And now to see him with my favorite baseball team, it's even better.
I love it.
And now a World Series champ. Lacey, you were all over the place creating so much content. What moment stood out to you?
Yeah, I would say for me, just meeting everyone. Like, I met so many different baseball creators, which was so much fun. I loved every second of it. Also, it was really, really cool to be in a suite and like wear the home run derby chain.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Oh, I saw your post with the chain. How heavy was that thing? By the way, another bomb for the M's. It looked like that was Cal Rayleigh. Wow, M's just completely exploding offensively right now. The fans with the bags over their head. Okay, let's talk about the home run derby champ, the chain there.
More content for you guys.
Yeah.
I was like, Lacey, mark that.
That was insane. It was so heavy. You really couldn't move much with it, but also like because they want to be extra careful, so you like can't move. You're just there, like a statue. Yeah, yeah. But man, that thing was nice. So nice. I loved it.
Can you give us
what do you think about it, Caleb?
The deets on the chain real quick because
7 pounds.
7 pounds.
7 pounds.
7 pounds.
What was it made of?
I can't even recall.
I was doing the batting practice show, but we didn't talk about the chain a whole lot.
Something real, LG.
Because you and I they didn't let me close to the chain.
Oh,
like little of the content creator, like
there,
you,
but they knew
lady,
better
cannot go near that thing.
Close to that chain.
Yeah, I would have been like.
They had it on a little pillow. It was just sitting
really?
there.
Oh, that's
like a crown.
Yeah, it
for
was.
the queen.
Yeah, it was something special.
Wow, that is a wild moment there, and it's such a cool thing to see. Real quick, you just saw the Angels fans with bags over their heads. We talk about crazy moments that have taken place here in this great game over the course of the last couple of days. This one just happened in real time. Initial reaction, Lacey, how are you going to spin this on your channel?
The bags, it takes me to the Detroit Lions fans. I mean, you know, that's kind of how I think of it. I always like tie into another sport. When I think of Detroit Lions fans, I think the bag. Which, Caleb, I think you're a Lions fan, aren't you? I'm so sorry.
Michigan. It's all right. It's all right. State of Michigan. They're turning around. They're turning around. The Lions.
They are, and
they're turning around.
I love the Lions. This is a plug to the Lions.
How long is that rebuild going to take?
They headed in the right direction last year.
It's time.
I'm a fan. My little cousin was a Lion last year. He played for the Lions, so go ahead. Talk about the Lions.
It's time.
Yeah,
it's time. I believe that they are on the come up, and next year I feel pretty good about their chances. You know, last year I was actually at 2 of the games that they won. They won against the Vikings and the Packers.
Good luck, charm.
Yeah. So good luck, charm. They actually followed me on TikTok.
Had about
NBD. Yeah.
So I love the Lions.
That's a nice flex. Guys, I know we have 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. We're going to have to let you go here as we go into the bottom. Before we let you go, for everyone watching here on the Altcast stream here on YouTube, what are your aspirations? What do you guys hope to do with all of this? Obviously, you're doing great. You're crushing it. And this is the future of the way the next generation is consuming the sport. So where do you want to take this, Lacey?
Yeah, for me, what I would really like to do is create a podcast where I can bring in athletes and have their unique story kind of be heard. I already, when I cover a story, it's fun because a lot of the athletes reach out to me on Instagram and they want me to share the video with them. So it's just taking that a step further is kind of my goal of what I'd like to do next.
Yeah, for me, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. The content creation will always be there. My full-time role, I'm actually, I'm a health administrator. I'm an administrative fellow for Art for Healthcare. So that's my full-time role, but part-time, I would definitely be interested in looking to do some broadcasting. Potentially with the MLB Network.
How do you find yourself here at MLB Network Studios?
So we'll see how it all turns out.
Put it out there. Well, to both of you, Lacey, Caleb, the content, we appreciate it.
Seriously.
Keep it coming. Hopefully you guys got some great ammo right here on the show today. I mean, and we look forward to seeing what you guys continue to put out. It's been fun.
Yeah, and you can help Cam and I. We need all the help we
need some
get,
followers,
right?
okay, guys? Especially on TikTok. I need you.
We also need to figure it out.
Gotcha.
You guys are tremendous. Best of luck down the road. If there's anything we can ever do for either of you, let us know. And we are happy to be resources because I think that's what this is all about, is paying it forward in this industry, rather, from one generation to the next. Lacey Jane Brown, you're a rock star. Thank you. Caleb Green, likewise, my friend. You're amazing.
Thank you.
7-1 the score here in the bottom of the 5th. George Kirby still out on the bump here in his so far outstanding start. 4 innings pitched, 5 Ks, 51 pitches in here. As the M's take on the Angels in Anaheim here on the YouTube Altcast. Lauren Gardner, Cameron Maybin here with you. Joey Zanaboni back with us after crushing it. Which inning did you call?
I can't even.
I can't. We blacked out. We don't even know. The lineup cards were tremendous. Once again, a reminder to all fans, I'm sure you figured it out by this point, that if you want to watch the main stream on YouTube, you can join Scott Braun and Yonder Alonso and watch the play-by-play call. If you want a little something different here, this is why we're here, my friends, the Altcast. Joey, let's hear a little play-by-play.
Well, George Kirby's been sending them away like the principal did with me when I showed up to prom in that lizard costume. He is on, he's on a prom bus once again right here against Steven Duggar. Got him looking. Duggar is over his last 5 in the series. Bagel, no cream cheese for him. And that's been downstairs by Kirby. Even things up at 2-2. The Suarez Raleigh going deep for these Mariners after building a 4-0 lead. It's inflated to an even more nutritious 7-1 here in the bottom half of the 5th. Righty Kirby off that buckle. He will wind up fire. The 24-year-old check swing. Get him out of that baby. Buy Benadryl in a mattress store bathroom. Let's go to sleep. Check swing by Duggar. Now, that's not the weirdest place I ever bought Benadryl, but I can't admit that. I never admit that live here on MLB Network.
Never, ever. Not on the alt stream here on YouTube. Okay, why don't you go ahead and give us a hint?
Not in my Altcast debut. It involves an abandoned car, man. That's all I'm going to say. Mariners, the Angels. This is the final game of this series, and for the Angels, obviously struggle mode trying to avoid an ace sweep a year. But how about these Mariners? My, oh my, nobody's going to see these guys in playoffs as Kirby gets one by Waving Velasquez.
I mean, the M's been outstanding this year. I'm just enjoying the call so much. I'm locked in. I'm like a fan.
Yeah, was locked in. He's like, I got nothing.
I'm just enjoying this so much.
Well, hey, I'm going to ask you for a letter recommendation after this.
It's been stamped already, my brother. It's been stamped.
Hey, wait till you read the only line of my business card. I don't know if you've been able to read that yet, but
what's the title on your business card, Joey?
Well, again, I can't admit that live on MLB Network, but I'll let Cam go ahead and decide if we can say it. Velasquez, he's out there good start.
Right now.
Ooh, I'm gonna keep that card to myself. I'm gonna have to use that one. I can tell you what, my new mentor, Joey Zanaboni, I tell you.
I cannot wait to hear the calls between the two of you and see the text threads.
Parasail out to shadow left, and easy enough. Crawford goes back. I love him defensively, and the grind he's able to cover, obviously that's pretty routine, but what a shortstop.
I mean, he is amazing. The glove, we talked about him taking a step offensively, but defensively, like you said, that leather never sleeps. I mean, one thing this dude can do is make a play, range with the best of them, and oh, by the way, he has a cannon of an arm.
Sear the next up here against Kirby, just 60 pitches, and one more out, he'll find himself in line for a win. Currently standing at 4-3 on the season, 3.39 ERA. He took on this Angels team back on August 6th. And it was brilliant, just 1 run. It's his 3rd start of the year against these Halos. Mills that up and out to center field this year.
Cam, you're a big fan of the righty, aren't you?
I'm a big fan of the M's team. I think what Jerry DiPoto has done this season has been extremely impressive. And you see Magneti's Sierra with the base hit. I'm going to let my man Joey hop in here.
Bobbling
Laser like hair removal surgery at a Pink Floyd tribute show. A little juggling act there by Haniger out and right.
Like I said, back to the M's. You see this hit given up right here, but you know, George Kirby, you know, at the bottom of this rotation, we see this guy 97, 96, just punching tickets. Great command for a young pitcher. You like what they have. I mean, Mitch Haniger, usually as sure-handed as you're going to see in the outfield, but the offense coming along, Eugenio Suarez, you see that oppo bomb by him last inning. Cal Raleigh, who I think is the catcher of the future for the M's. A lot to be excited about. Like my man Joey said, you don't want to see this team come October, because if they get a lead, oh, it's trouble.
By the way, I want this broadcast booth, because you're like, you got caught watching for a second and then you turned it on, and this is like broadcast booth.
I'd be happy
Cam
to be
the man Maybin.
I'd be happy to be accused of being caught watching any time. I don't know. Listen, I get out of sorts as well. Ooh, that's something into Fletcher, and he will wear that. RBI single, now he is back on again. These Angels at least trying to put a little drama in the back half of this game.
By the way, the M's, as you talk about their success here at the top of the AL wildcard race, guys, easiest strength of schedule down the stretch. Especially without 193. You got to win each and every one of these games.
You're right, and the thing that's even more impressive is right before they got into this stretch and you see them taking care of business out here in Anaheim, they had the Yankees, and people talked about that. Well, they took care of the Yankees. They took care of business. They're beating the teams that they need to beat now when you look at the bottom of the league, and they're also handling business against the juggernauts in the game. So, like I said, this M's. Castillo has thrown three starts against some of the best in the game. He went Yankees, and then had to face Ohtani, knocked him off. So they went out and got their ace, and they continue to just punch people in the mouth.
Joey, I need to hear this play-by-play call.
The man from beyond the stars, Shohei Ohtani. First year just dished out 85, and Kirby will put him out ahead 1-0. What a year, what a player, and he's transcended his sport and gone into human history, not just baseball history. First is Babe Ruth with those 10 home runs, 10 wins in the same season. He just celebrated a birthday not too long ago as well. Still only 28.
It's insanity. Okay, guys, I know the popular debate. MVP?
Kirby tagged by Ohtani. That thing's out of the greener pastures. Is it going to be a windmill? Yes, it is. Shohei Ohtani, counterfeit. Tickets at a body hair removal seminar. Let's get ripped. Straight back up the middle, and he's got himself an RBI. 7-2.
The man, the myth, the legend, Shohei Ohtani. Right on time. We talked about this guy, what he's able to do, and you said LG MVP, and right now, because he's been so consistent, I'm sticking with Aaron Judge, but when you look at Shohei Ohtani, we're talking about a 10-7 record on a bad team. We're talking about a guy that has 25, 26 homers on the season. You know, Matt might have been his 59th or 60th ribby on the year. I mean, this guy is the guy that you show up in Little League and he hit 2 homers and he's on the mound with dirt all over the front of his uniform, also punching tickets. This guy is amazing to watch. You could argue it. I think it's 2 guys, though. Ohtani and Judge right at the top of that list.
I'll take Ohtani this year. Obviously, there's a little bit of voter fatigue perhaps in that. What Judge has done has been outstanding this season. For me, this year, he's been a little bit more valuable to the Yankees, who've had, I mean, their best season in a long time. So I go with Judge, but I think the rest of the career, I mean, after the heights you've hit already for Ohtani, you know, sometimes the lights do dim just because you've done it for so long.
I think that's where the fans, we have to continue to appreciate him, especially on these platforms. What he's doing right now, again, we haven't seen it. We know the legend of Babe Ruth, but what this guy's doing, this athlete, not to mention he's the fastest athlete on the field each time out as well, so it's impressive.
Well, yeah, he's doing it in modern times, right? Like when Babe Ruth was playing, and I don't want to take anything away from his accomplishments, but yeah, I would say the level of athlete is elevated over what it was during that period of time. So Shohei Ohtani, I just don't want us to ever take for granted what we're witnessing here.
And he's so casual about it there on first base. Just across the arms. Another day, 2 hits, RBI, single, why not?
And I'll probably go punch out 8 in my next start. Sorry about it.
That's what he had there on Monday, the series opener. And that was a close one. 2 games that have been within 1 run going to the last inning. This one's gotten a little bit lopsided. Those did as well because the Mariners have been the kings of the 9th inning. Just opening things up late in the series. Rengifo and trying to keep it going here for LAA. And he will smack that aside foul. Kirby, you know, I always feel like they sometimes get in trouble with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th. Do you think there's a psychological element knowing you can get in line for the win?
100%. And knowing that, too, in the game that we play now, it's always a short leash, especially when you have a bullpen out there behind you like the Mariners do as well. So you can kind of hit those little, you know, mid-game jitters where you're thinking too much and you're trying to get too fine. He just needs to continue to attack the zone and go right at this weak Angels lineup like he's done throughout this game.
Rengifo for 2 in the game, but he had a home run, pair of RBIs yesterday. Takes that one mailed up 95, and we go to 1-2. It's the MLB All Stream right here on YouTube. Make sure you check us on out at MLB Network on Twitter. You're on Twitter, aren't you, Cam?
Oh, I'm on Twitter. You know it. Follow me, Cameron Maybin. That's simple.
Go ahead, plug.
You know?
Yours is only slightly more complicaed. At LG Red.
LG Red of a communist to play.
Why do they call you LG Red?
Oh, it's a fun story. Unintentional story.
Rengifo pick it up for chalk to the first grade art class. He's able to mail that down the third base line. And we will find ourselves with Shohei on third. Another run in as Fletcher comes scrambling across. And it's a double, true variety this time for these LA Angels to really put something back in this game. They needed this inning.
Look, Bill Nye somewhere sitting at his house a little upset, but he admires
on the Outcast.
the complete hitting, using the whole field. You have to love it in the game of Ks and shifts. You know what? I'll take the easy way out and just beat the shift. Hit it where they're not. Great piece of hitting.
A lot easier said than done. How difficult is it to go oppo?
It's an ego thing, LG. It's an ego thing.
Just hit against a shift.
One
It's not
thing
that
as
like it's
baseball
hard.
players, you know what we do, LG? We think as hitters that we can hit a home run every time. So you have a
guys got that
plan.
confidence.
You know, you have a plan. You walk up to the plate, and all of a sudden you go, you know what? I'm going to try to hit a homer instead of trying to get a base hit. So right there, that's just a guy putting his ego to the side and saying, you know what? I'll take my knock. So I love it. Guess what? His run doesn't mean anything, but you can chip away, and that's what he did. Just chip away, cut into that lead, and those are good hitters. That's what I want to see in the game.
Taylor Ward up here for the
Uh-oh.
Los Angeles Angels. Sorry,
this
those
is your instrument.
player intro. Yeah, my player intros maybe jarred some up there. You know, in the minor leagues, this might be the delight of Bill Nye, or maybe this is to his chagrin, but in the minor leagues, you can't shift anymore. You can't put 3 on the right side of the infield or the left side of the infield, and it has done something for your game. Now, some people would say you should be able to put the players wherever they want, but with the pitch clock and with rules about throwing over to first base, and with that, the games have really sped up and have become quite entertaining. Sometimes at minor league level, it can get a little bit humdrum, but it's brought some excitement to the game.
I want to ask that, when you say that, do you think for the better you say a little bit more high scoring, but also those outs that you see not made in the shift, now those are also outs, so the game's speeding up and you're seeing offense.
Yeah.
I mean, what could be better?
It really is, and I think the underrated rule, because a lot of people have talked about the pitch clock and there's been some national stories about it, but the underrated rule is now you can't throw over to first base more than 3 times.
Oh.
And on the third throw, if the guy gets back,
I didn't know about this.
it's actually a balk, so they go to second base. And so that third one becomes they throw over twice, and then the runner has the advantage and can get the larger lead.
Oh, base stealers are going to love that. And don't know if I love it as far as the game, but it makes for an exciting brand. I do.
Word pops it here to right center for Kirby to finally put an end to the inning. You know, I've seen games, college level, other places, guy throws over to first base 17 times, his own fans start booing him. So it is one of those deals where it makes the game a little bit more likable, and it keeps things moving along quite well.
Hey, listen, you kept this half inning moving on real well. Joey Zanaboni.
What a pleasure.
Thank you for joining us. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
God, you're funny. I need to find whoever.
And
maybe you
talented.
need to write some jokes for me. All right, Joey Zanaboni, everyone here on the YouTube Altcast. We have a very special guest coming up next, joining us from the gaming space. Allcast rolls on here on YouTube, and we are now pleased to welcome in a very popular streamer, YouTube personality, and gamer here on the Altcast here as we go into the top of the 6th, 7-3, M's with the lead. Courage, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for having me. This is an awesome opportunity as someone who's watched almost every Yankee game this season to be doing stuff with Major League Baseball is a big goal of mine, and appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Oh, we're excited. We're excited to have you on. I mean, you're a gaming legend. You know, and I'm gonna skip straight to it. I'm gonna get straight to it. Is there any way you can hook your boy up? First off, you know, my followers are down on TikTok, but you know, can you hook your boy up with some gaming tutorials, some skills? Can I find a way to get on the 100 Thieves teams? I mean, what's up, my man? My middle son loves you. He watched you. Let me get some love. Let me get some tips. What we got?
Well, first off, apologies for any of the bad words I've ever said on my streams. I don't want to be teaching them anything bad. But,
you're good.
But no, yeah, I mean, look, hey, I'm always here streaming. This is my domain. I'm in my gaming room right now. I just finished streaming 5 hours on Fortnite, gaming with Ninja and Cypher, and then now getting ready for the Yankee game, you know, later tonight.
All right, I need you. My Fortnite game. I've been really locking in, so I'm gonna need you. We're gonna set that up where you can. I know you're a busy man, or maybe you can put me on one of your proteges, and they can help me. I know you're busy, but you know, I got the Yankee Connect. I know you're a Yankee fan. Maybe we can figure something out. You know what I'm saying? I can pull some strings, and you can pull some strings, and we can, you know, help each other out.
Oh, 100%. I'm actually, I'd love that. I'm always here. We're always looking for teammates. I'll actually be at the game on the field on Friday in Yankee Stadium. So I'll be there, and I want to give you props, Cameron. You've been, your improvement from when you started broadcast this year to now, it's been incredible to see, and you've been really adding so much to the game. I love hearing your perspective.
It means a lot.
As a player. So
that means so much.
You're really doing a great job.
Thank you, my brother. That means so much. I appreciate that.
That's coming from a hardcore fan watching every game, game in and game out. You mentioned that you've streamed with a handful of Yankees players. Can you give us the tea?
Yeah, I mean, look, gaming is the biggest entertainment space in the world now. So it used to be the thing where it was kind of viewed negative. You're in the basement, you're doing this. Now, some of the biggest superstars in online entertainment are gamers. And I would say that probably the large majority of people involved in Major League Baseball play video games, whether it's on the road, on a Switch. I know a lot of guys actually carry with an extra suitcase that has a gaming console in it.
Like custom pieces with the foam,
with the whole thing.
I was one of those guys.
Exactly. You know, that people that I've gamed with from the Yankees, Tyone, we haven't had the chance yet, but we're locking that in. I actually played with Jordan Montgomery a couple weeks ago before he was traded, sadly. J-Mont, we miss you.
So you won't play with him now that he's been traded?
Oh, no, I absolutely will.
You're no longer a Yankee. You're out.
No, he might have, you know, smoked us in his first outing on the Cardinals, but we'll still let him rock. Maybe I won't revive him first next time in Fortnite or something along those lines.
So let me ask, I love it, you know, and I love what you said, talking about some of the biggest superstars right now, you know, on the social media, you know, avenue are gamers. You know, my middle son, he's 9 years old, and it's funny, you know, I came from an era where it was like, get outside and do this and go play sports, where he loves gaming. He is so intrigued by it. You know, he watches the YouTube videos, the tutorials, how to, you know, attack levels. I spent hours last night watching you, you know, explain how to, you know, attack levels and how to beat different things. You know, how does it feel for you, you know, to create a platform, create an avenue where you know, now gaming is very much accepted. It's an awesome community. It's a big community, you know, where people support each other. And it's okay to be a gamer now. It's not just, you know, a thing that's shunned upon, and it seems like you know, guys are wasting their time. You guys are making great money and also doing something that you love.
No, you know, it's been a dream of mine and a passion that is now a full-time job. You know, I was very blessed with my mom and dad, who I know are watching this. Hi, Mom and Dad. They were really supportive of me. Yeah, they were really supportive of me gaming growing up, because look, I had good grades. I've had multiple jobs in high school. I was mowing lawns. I was babysitting. I was, you know, great in, you know, socially with the neighbors, always waving. I only, you know, had positive remarks from school. So for them, when it came down to it, if I had 5 hours a day of free time, how are they going to tell me I couldn't play video games? Because I'm doing all the other things that a parent would want their kid to be doing. So, yeah. So for them, it was really great to have their support. And then as time went on, sure, it begins to help. You know, Mr. Beast once challenged me to win a game of Fortnite for $70,000.
What?
And Yeah, and I actually won it. So now that was like one of my peak moments. And with that money, I was able to use that to help pay off my sister's student loans. So,
I love it.
With the opportunities that come here, it's all about keeping
story.
it in the family. And you know, it's something I never take for granted. And I always try to instill in the younger viewers watching, because you said your middle son is young as 9, you know, I know what it means to be a role model to them. And I want to make sure they know, hey, school comes first. You know, you got to make sure you're taking care of your stuff at home. And then if it's your passion, show why it's your passion. You know, I made my best friends through it. I've obviously made a career through it, and it's just been the best time of my life.
Courage, you're obviously an entertainer and a star, and you've made it to this level for a reason aside from your talent in that gaming space. I have a question, because we're in the middle of this broadcast. We're in hour 3. Well, really, I guess first pitch was at 4, but we've been going since about noon. All right. I just want to hear about your stamina. Like, how do you prepare yourself to be streaming for 5 hours?
Yeah. So it's funny you mentioned that. I actually began as a video game commentator for a league with Call of Duty.
Get out.
So my biggest dream is really to join Cameron and Michael on a broadcast.
You have the voice for it.
Game
You have the pipes.
and get up there. I mean, look, I can do it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here.
Hey.
7-3. Seattle in the lead, the 1-2, and I can't read what the screen says.
It's a
not
tiny,
loading,
tiny
but
screen.
That's a drive out to deep right center, off the wall, and that is gone.
Listen to that voice.
Jesse Winker with a 2-run shot. That one barely gets it on out the short porch and right. Seattle extends the lead back up to 9-3, as the hope the Angels had in the last half inning diminished right there.
Yo, watch out, Michael K.
Introduction.
Nuts, bro.
Introduction tape right there, my man. Let's go. I love it.
Come on.
I love it.
I'm ready to go. As long as I don't think I got food in the broadcasting booth. I'm a little bit of a heftier guy. I need to be able to eat in the half inning.
Oh, trust me, they all do.
Ryan Rucco, you know how he started? He was a statistician. He was a statistician. Listen,
there you go.
That was a great audition tape right there. I love it.
And now every game Ryan does with the Yankees is the most ridiculous game of the season. So I think that's now his track record too. But he does broadcast.
Luck of the draw here. Obviously, want to talk about all things gaming with you, Courage. Wow. Was that a foul? That was foul.
Okay.
Yeah, but I also want to talk about, let's gauge your temperature as a Yankees fan. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, man. You know, when you talk about the highs and lows of this season, I think we've had 2 very different tones of broadcast. You know, I was driving back yesterday, and the trio of the boys was doing commentary, and you know, I'm sitting there and I tune it in, and I'm just like, man, immediately they're like, yeah, you know, this Yankees crowd, they don't want to boo, but right now there's a lot to boo. And you know, look, when the team's hot, they'll let you know, and when the team's struggling, the crowd will also let you know. And so for me right now, look, I believe in the boys. I love that we brought up, you know, 3 of our biggest prospects, or I think three of our biggest prospects, and you know, it stinks to see Holmes injured, but
yeah, it's a tough one.
I think the part that's hurt most for me, I heard Michael talking about it a little bit yesterday. He mentioned how, you know, we want Stanton back. It's terrible what happened with Carpenter, with, you know, fracturing his foot on that foul ball. But I think you forgot to mention, we lost Michael King, who was like our boy to get us to our all-star closer. And I was watching that game, and I literally was just, I think I almost offered my right arm to him to be able to get him back out there.
I was calling that game. That was a tough one to watch. You know, just circumstances, and you never know why. But even then, you know, that was a game where Michael King was never supposed to even be in that game. So that was a big deal. Losing Michael King was huge. But let me be positive, right? Let me give you, a Yankees fan, a little bit of positivity. If they came to you in January and February and said, hey, come August, mid-August, going into September, you guys would be struggling, scuffling. Oh, playing awful baseball. Fans want to boo. They want to just give the ticket back. But you'll still be 10 games up in the division. Would you be okay with that? We're talking about, talking about August.
Great hypothetical.
You know, so my point is, I know they're struggling, still 10 games up. Would you be all right with that?
Hey, there's a reason why I'm flying to Jersey just for the game on on Friday. I'm not saying I'm not going. I'm going to be front row. I'm eating that good buffet food down there, and
oh, you're
I'll be the loudest person there.
I just want you to get ready to have a great experience, because what's going to happen, I'm going to tell you, this is the game of baseball. What you don't want to see is the 2001 Mariners, 116 games, and you get to the playoffs and you get hit in the mouth for the first time and you don't know what happened. Oh, what do we do? What do we do?
Yep.
Listen, I'm with you, and I'm a very, extremely subjective guy. They have to continue to get through this little storm. It's a little bit longer than we like to see, but when they get pieces back, when they get them, when it counts, I think you have to be careful. I think people don't realize how good Giancarlo Stanton is, his presence in the lineup alone. I know you lose some guys, but just his presence when he's in the lineup, what it does, it's you. So, hey, stay positive. They're going to get it back. Turn around when it counts. When it counts, all right? When it counts.
I still believe. It's the dog days of the summer. They've been talking about it, man. It's a long season for a reason. And, I wouldn't be ending my streams early to watch the games if I didn't believe in the boys to still come back. You can't ride with them at the beginning of the season when they might have their best start in the first 60 and then ditch them in August when they've, lost 5 series in a row. I'm still right there with them.
Being relatively new to the Northeast here, I'm a Colorado Rockies fan. I digress on that point. Yeah. Thank you, and I do appreciate that sentiment. No, you guys are ride or die, whether it be with the Yankees or the team, by the way, in Queens. Hey, Courage, how do you feel about a little game?
I'm in.
Yeah, not the variety that you're used to, but you know what? You're going to be at Yankee Stadium here shortly. I believe we have a picture of you as a kid at the stadium, or I believe it's probably the old Yankee Stadium. Obviously, your fandom runs deep. So,
there it is.
Tell us what's going on here before we start the game.
So I think that this was when I went with my 2 neighbors who knew I was a massive Yankees fan, and they had seats behind home plate, and that was the closest seats I'd ever had, and it was like the peak of my life. And shout out to Helen and Andy for having me for that, because I still remember it very, very vividly. My uncle Steve actually used to be the Yankees photographer.
What?
So I got to take a picture. Yeah, I got to take a picture with the Angels 2002 World Series trophy, because it gets passed around all the teams. So he brought us into the studio, and I got to take a picture with it. And yeah, sadly, my head is still way too big for my body, so that never changed. But
I was about to say, you're a super cute kid.
Seriously, what? That's some good
Ellen and Andy?
Ellen and Andy, yes.
Ellen and Andy.
And, thankfully, I guess I did a good enough job mowing their lawn that they thought I could come along, my dad and I. So.
Well, now you're about to turn it up to 11 by being on the field, I'm assuming, for BP. And yeah, you'll be in the Diamond Club eating all the prime rib you can get your hands on. Okay, so we're going to play a little bit of trivia. Obviously, diehard Yankees fan. I think we've done a nice job of establishing that.
I'm scared now.
I'm scared. A former Yankee. So we have a little bit of trivia on the 2019 team. Who knows the 2019 Yankees better, the diehard fan or the former player? I'm going to give you clues, and then you have to name the player that I am giving you the clues about. So we're going to start with this one. This player signed with the Reds organization as an amateur free agent when he was just 17 years old. Courage, as our guest, you get first picks.
Okay. Well, my mind immediately goes to Didi Gregorius. But is that correct or wrong?
Ding, 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 ding.
I sat back because I was hoping you didn't know this, because I knew it right off the top. Good answer, Didi Gregorius.
Courage.
And look, hey, no Googling, no Googling.
I like it.
You didn't have enough time to Google, unless there's some AI that we're not aware of. No, well done, my friend. So Courage takes a 1-0 lead.
All right, yeah, 1-0.
Cam, how you feeling?
I'm not worried. I'm just waiting on that miss.
Are we always going to give Courage? I'm asking our producers in the control room.
Absolutely.
Does he always get first guess?
Absolutely.
Okay, as our guest, you get
please,
first
I'm probably
guess.
going to miss these. Uh-oh.
Okay, this player teamed up with former Yankee Tyler Austin to hit back-to-back home runs in their major league debut. Now, the only players in MLB history to do so.
I should get the go. I should get the go. Aaron Judge. I should get the go.
Fine.
Give me a chance to tie it up, because that's too easy for Courage.
I didn't know that one. Oh, no.
Who could it be? Okay, here we go. This player was an all-star during his rookie season in 2014, finishing 5th in the AL Rookie of the Year voting.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading a couple of the other facts on here.
What? Oh, yeah. Oh, we have all the clues right there. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I like
Sorry,
playing
I'm reading
game
these
show
clues
host,
here.
but I mean, if
This
you're
player
following along on the
runs or
stream.
fewer in each of his first 7 career postseason starts. For 7 seasons with the Yankees, player returned to pitch in his native country where he first debuted professionally in 2007 at the age of 18. Oh gosh. See, now I'm gonna make a fool of myself here because I'm gonna hear who this is, and I'm gonna be really upset that I don't know. I'm gonna defer to you here, Cameron.
Cam, do you
and
know?
this was on the 2019 team.
Yep,
Player
2019.
that was an all-star, 5th in AL voting. 2014, I feel like it's too far back for Gleyber Torres. I'm gonna.
Oh, but who runs or fewer?
I'm gonna go
pitcher,
Garrett
right?
Cole.
Yes, it is a pitcher. Keep going.
I'm gonna say Garrett Cole.
No.
Fellas, do we?
2019?
No, stop. I gotta really think on this.
2019, a pitcher.
Staff.
I mean, I don't. Not born in the continental U.S. Well, that was a little cryptic. Not born in the U.S.
Masahiro.
Masahiro. I need a Masahiro Tanaka.
Yeah. Okay.
Best
I don't
watch
feel as
game
bad
in the
about that one.
Best watch game in the league.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness.
What? Describe his watch.
He got a deal. That's the best watch game in the league. You got a deal. You get Breitlings and Rolexes and.
That's kind of watches.
That's a good problem to have. That's a good problem to have.
Masahiro.
Masahiro.
Sneaky
Okay,
drippy.
Courage. You're down 2-1. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm here.
Okay. Life
I'm here.
isn't too shabby.
I'm nervous.
Okay.
I'm here.
Here we go. Let me see how many players we have remaining. We have 3 remaining. So so you're saying there's a chance. This player, Courage, spent the entirety of his major league career with the Yankees. This player won a Gold Glove Award as an outfielder in 2016. He also led the American League in stolen bases with 49 in 2011. Yankees radio broadcaster John Sterling uses the phrase, plants went into the seats. I did a terrible Sterling there. When this player would hit a home run. Play on his last name, obviously.
Too easy.
Courage.
Yo, I'm gonna really embarrass
Should we go with the
myself here,
the top of the dugout? Is that another?
Let me please.
Is that a giveaway?
Stop it, LG. I'm trying to get a W here.
Yo, Courage, I want this to be an interesting competition.
Trying to get a W.
Lauren Gardner.
Boom.
I'm gonna
I was about to say we share the same last name. No relation to Lauren.
I was gonna take give you half a point, but I'm gonna let you have it.
You know what?
I know my
mean,
teammates.
Look,
I know my teammates.
Look, yeah. I knew that, but for what it's worth, you know what's funny? 2019, that was the peak of my Fortnite launch. So I spent about 14 hours a day playing and streaming because that was like my year where I began to blow up a bit.
So perfect.
You committed yourself to the craft.
I have a chance to win. That's perfect. Let's go.
You just told Cam you had the edge.
Seriously.
I'm sorry. I'm extremely competitive, Courage. So you know what? That's great. I'm glad it popped. I'm glad things blew up. But now I have a chance to win this trivia game. So let's do it.
Hey, come on now. Let's do it.
2-2.
He was your friend when he had that 1-point lead. I just felt the energy shift on this set. This man means business.
I just retired. This dude is one of the best gamers in the world. I can't, I got to bring it a little bit.
Okay.
He just knows he can bring it because I'm not there in person because he doesn't want to deal with this, all right? You don't want this there, Cam. All right?
You
don't want
him,
that.
Courage. You tell him.
See?
Okay, here we go, guys. This is for all the prime rib in the Diamond Club there at Yankee Stadium. Inside joke here. Okay, this player was a first-round draft choice after attending high school in California. This player helped lead the Yankees to their 27th World Series title and his first season with the team in 2009. This player is one of 3 left-handed pitchers in MLB history to amass 3,000 career strikeouts.
CC Sabathia.
And you still, my friend, are the champ. Gaming champ, trivia champ. You got the juice. You got the juice.
You were a gracious loser.
I met CC when I first met Judge for the first time there was this like home run derby competition in the Bahamas. And I met him and his wonderful family when I was there with my girlfriend's family. And I actually took a photo. It was actually one of the craziest ones of my life. I took a photo with two of his sons. And he took the picture of me and said, "Oh, my sons are a big fan of yours." And I was like, "CC, you don't get it. I'm the big fan of you guys."
That's a
So that was one
mind-blowing
of the craziest
experience.
memories of my life. Seriously.
See, you continue to make an impact. I'm telling you, a lot of kids out there, a lot of adults look up to you. So we appreciate the content, the skills, everything that you continue to give the gaming universe, it's been special.
Which I think is so special about this YouTube platform is that anyone can basically leverage their passion into a career and really into stardom, but that wasn't your intention to begin with.
No, it was just purely, I got my first gaming console from my grandma at her house when I was 5 years old. N64, little throwback there.
I love N64.
It was how I made all my friends. I played baseball up until my freshman year of high school. I played first base. I was number 3. My nickname was the Bambino when I was in Little League. And because I was always a little bit heftier and was a lefty pitcher and first baseman. And
two-way threat.
And look, I had such great memories in sports, but I also had this other half of me that loved playing games. So when my dad told me, hey, Jack, if you want to have your own car one day, you're gonna have to work for it because I'm not gonna be able to gift you one for your 17th birthday. That's when I stepped away from playing baseball year round in freshman year, and then my one way of competition that I still had in life was through gaming. So it was still how I got my competitive outlet done and still how I had my fun.
Oh, that's incredible. That'll do it for George Kirby, by the way, as we have a pitching change in Anaheim. Courage, you're talking about kind of the origins of your journey here in this gaming space into obviously gaming stardom. You talked about the N64 was your first console. What games were you good at?
Oh man, I mean, way back then, if you ain't saying Mario Kart, and look, I pronounce it Mario because I'm from Jersey.
That's so sophisticated of you. I feel
Bond 007.
No, Super Smash Brothers 64 was a big one.
Nice, I love that one.
GoldenEye was fun. The Odd Job hat that you'd use. But I mean, look, Halo for me on the 360 was like the peak of Halo 3 was like the peak of my gaming experience. And then obviously Call of Duty. Those are the best.
What's the future of gaming, in your opinion?
Oh, I mean, the future is extremely bright in my opinion. More and more people are making this their full-time job through streaming, through short-form content like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. As I mentioned, people that have trailblazed the industry like PewDiePie, who started as a gamer, Markiplier, Ninja, these guys that are bigger than really anyone else out there have kind of broken through and turned a lot of heads. So I think that now as gaming has become more of the norm in this space, you're going to see more incredible opportunities like the Fortnite Pro-Am where they had athletes and actors and musicians pairing up with streamers.
Yeah,
I actually was teamed in I got second in the first Fortnite Pro-Am with Kenneth Fareed, NBA star, and we lost to Ninja and Marshmello in that. So there's going to be more opportunities like that. I think it's going to become more and more common for athletes to be not necessarily willing to share, they already are, but more and more will feel comfortable sharing their passions off the field. Like, for example, shout out Trevor May, my good friend who's in the bullpen for the New York Mets. Gaming's always been a big passion of his. And it's only going to get more and more. I know Glaber hasn't been playing as much. I used to play a lot with Glaber and Gio back on Warzone a year and a half ago, but now Glaber's a dad, so he doesn't have the time to come play. I mean,
priorities, I suppose.
We've been friends for 2 years. You've only known that baby for what?
I mean, who has kids, right? Right? Who has kids over video games? What are we doing?
I have no idea. By the way, Penn Murphy in relief here for the M's. Guys, do you want one bonus question here in the 2019 Yankees trivia game?
No, I want one bonus question to Courage.
Okay, go for it.
You've named quite a few athletes. Last one. And I wrote this down last night because I know you have such a wide variety of games that you're amazing at. Who is the best athlete all-around gamer? I say all-around because I know there's a lot of different games. All around. Who's the guy who Fortnite, Duty, whatever it is, he's locked in no matter what game it is?
I would say that I've played with Tyone in knowing how good he is at Fortnite. I haven't had the chance to hop in with him yet, but I heard that he, like, everything that I've talked to him about and the way I can just tell by how he approaches it, I already know he's going to be incredible at that. And Jordan Montgomery told me, like, dude, he's insane at Fortnite. So I would say him there. I would say Glaber was really good at Call of Duty. In my opinion, he was better than Gio. Sorry, Gio. I know you're on the Twins now. I don't think you're going to see this, but I have Glaber in Warzone. So yeah, those would be my top two for those guys across all. Like, who's the best overall?
Yeah.
Marshmallow's really, really good at Warzone. He's nasty.
Okay, I hear this is just word on the street, and you can go find this out. Apparently, Nico Goodrum is ridiculous at Call of Duty Warzone. So let me. Okay. We'll stay in touch, and I'll circle back around, and you let me know if Nico is as good as all the guys in the locker room and the clubhouse say he is. They say Nico is incredible, but they say PC is a cheat code. They say if you play on PC, it's a little bit of a cheat code. I don't know.
Hey, not only do I play on PC, I use 2 of them to stream. I got my gaming PC and my streaming PC.
So the ultimate cheat code. I see you.
I've got a step ahead. I can't say, you know, I got to come clean here. So
I like it. All right. So PC, if you're a gamer, if you want to catch up, the lag and PC is where it is. I love it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
we're doing that last 2019 trivia question, so I can
you know
smoke
what?
Cameron
Okay,
even
so
more.
yeah, actually, I was told,
I love the confidence.
You want that one? I know you already got the win, but here we go. This player
I'm ready.
hit the first home run of his MLB career off 7-time Cy Young Award winner Roger Clemens. This player played 15 big league seasons, including stints with each of these teams, the Mariners and, of course, the Angels. And this player is one of several analysts who joined MLB Network for the 2022 season and happens to also do some work with YouTube.
I mean, this guy
This is probably the toughest one.
I mean, he was pretty, from what I heard, he's pretty average at all games he plays. Not baseball, thankfully. And his sons are way better than him at gaming. I know that for sure. But yeah, and it's none other than the one and only Cameron Maybin, baby.
My guy. Nail on the head.
Hey, and that was a monster. That was a really damn good year for you that year.
I know. I'm reading. I was like,
I was trying to do everything I could to stick around. I was thinking about making a comeback this year. I'm telling you, I can still go get it. I still got it. Don't let the casual attire fool you. I still have it in the tank.
I know. Maybe a little bit of extra stretching now that it's been a few years.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
By the way, Courage, I don't know if you can see his fit up close. Not only does he have the Stranger Things shirt, but he also has the Stranger Things letter jacket.
Wow. Okay.
Big fan.
Oh, I absolutely love the show. You know, I actually, funny enough, mentioned Stranger Things. I'm not just trying to name drop here, but it's again, with the whole gaming thing, Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike on the show, is a huge gamer, and we played Call of Duty Infinite Warfare together, and he's nasty at Call of Duty.
I want to hear it. I'm trying to get you to, listen, I told you 100 Thieves, leave a spot open for your boy, Cam Maybin, all right? Let's go.
All right, hey, come on now. You got the drip for it and everything. We're ready.
Yo, Courage, you might be the coolest, most connected guy here on this entire all-cast stream. Hey, my friend, thank you so much for joining us. Great play-by-play. We're going to clip that. We're going to clip that.
Hey, MLB, you know where to reach me. We're trying to do more great stuff. Thank you guys so much. You're both absolutely phenomenal. Have a great day, and let's go Yankees. I'm going to end this broadcast, this Mariners-Angels game, by saying, let's go Yankees.
So appropriate. It's on Brandon. I love it. Have a great time at the game, and we can't wait to see what you end up doing in the future.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yo, Courage, he's the best.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been hungry this entire time because before first pitch, we were talking about our guys there at Pig Beach Barbecue cooking up a delicious spread for us. Guess what? We finally get to try it.
You smell that LG. I need you.
9-3 the score in Anaheim as our alt stream on YouTube continues. But let's talk about the important things. Our boys here with Pig Beach Barbecue have been working their tails off here in the tailgate here at MLB Network. Steve and Shane joining us. Gentlemen, have a
Appreciate
seat.
you. That's good.
Look at this. I'm going to hug you because I'm so hungry and I'm so excited to see the two of you.
That's it right there.
Wow. Yeah, have a seat.
Okay.
Steve, right? Steve and Shane.
Here, I got hats for you guys, too.
Oh, my gosh, hats? Oh, thank you. I'm going to put
I brought you
this
some
thing
more
on
books in case you didn't have enough.
No,
I always need more books.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, good, because LG was going to steal his recipe book before
I actually was. We were going to fight over it. I don't know
she
if
already
we were
called
going to arm wrestle for that thing. We also have your guy Matt joining us from Pig Beach on remote. And yeah, guys, I want to talk about what's up in the house. Matt, where you at?
How you doing, everybody? I'm in West Palm Beach, Florida, and very, very jealous that I can't be there with Shane and Fugatti.
Hey, dude.
And
well,
all of you as well.
You're here in spirit. It looks like you have a very similar spread behind you. Gentlemen, I know you were kind of talking us through what you've been preparing.
Yeah.
So diligent.
Sweating, by the way. These guys have been working their tails off to get this right.
So beautifully over the course of the past couple of hours here in the top of the 7th. Now we have a runner on first in this 9-3 ball game out in Anaheim. Guys, just take us through what we have here because it smells unbelievable.
All right, well, right here in front of us, this is our salt and pepper brisket. Next to that, you got our peach and honey glazed baby back ribs.
Wow.
This is our Pig Beach signature sausage. It's our Yankee Red Hot. So it's like an Italian sausage. It's our ode to like a Texas sausage, but it's New York, right? We're New York guys.
Love that.
So it's got pickled cherry peppers and provolone cheese in it. So when you break into it, it's all melty and gooey.
Hey, yeah, why provolone? I feel like I've never seen that happen. I love this.
It's melty and stretchy. It's everything you want.
Literally, yeah, exactly. It's the cheese pull for me. I love the cheese pull.
LG and I, we've been up here just literally licking our lips, drooling, going, how hungry are you right now? I mean, right on time. I wish you guys could see this in person. It looks amazing.
And they told us, they're like, you're going to have to wait until the 7th in order to get the food. And we're like, but we want it now.
We've been out there like, waiting to get in there.
Yeah, are we allowed to dive in? By the way, Matt, as I'm going to take a bite of. Where are you going with Cam?
Where are you going?
Guys, you can eat too. You've been working so hard.
Where are you going, LG? I'm gonna try what you don't try. What are you going?
Well, I don't know.
Saw
if
you looking at the stuff over there too.
No, you know what? I want the cheese pull here.
Yes.
With the provolone.
And all right, and I'm gonna go
You
rib.
have the hat turned around backwards. It means business right now.
Yeah, guys, I don't mess around when it comes to my barbecue.
Gotta get the lean.
Off the bone.
Matt,
Off the bone. I'm in North Carolina.
Matt, while he's taking a quick bite, you can tell us where we can find Pig Beach barbecue locations.
Well, at the moment, we have Pig Beach in Gowanus, Brooklyn, in Astoria, Queens, and where I am right now in West Palm Beach, Florida. We're also grateful enough to have a kiosk at Citi Field, so any of those Mets fans that are watching today, come out and check us out. And Jimmy, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at me?
Sound effects, sorry.
The help has gone quiet.
It's the sound effects over here.
We're like, sorry, guys.
That's good sound. That's a good sound. We love the sound of silence in the food industry, for sure. And we have another project in the works in Louisville, Kentucky that's slated to open up end of this year, early next year, and we're just super excited to keep pushing forward this Pig Beach family.
Oh my God.
LG.
Go ahead.
And you got two of the best guys in the whole business sitting right next to you.
God, I'm like actually drooling, but I want to
take
hear.
a bite.
No, but I need to hear your review.
Okay, so listen, if I was a judge
take a bite while you're doing that.
on a cooking show, on a barbecue show, it'd be Champs already. Champs would already be crowned. Okay, this is some of the best barbecue. I'm a North Carolina guy. Okay, this is some of the best barbecue. Tender, juicy, moist, flavor, everything you want. I mean, can we go? No time for breaks right now, right? LG?
No, I mean, I want to eat this whole tray right now.
If it's not, then you know what? If it's not, then I mean, why not?
Ribs are my favorite thing. That's the one I recommend to everybody that comes to the restaurant.
The ribs,
made with
that's
love.
what you should order.
This is made with love and passion. These are guys who love what they do, okay? You can taste the love, okay? Right?
You say for the love of the game. Yeah, we're saying for the love of the barbecue. Okay, the sausage, I just took a bite. Crispy casing.
Yep.
Perfectly grilled. The cheese, the provolone. Oh my God.
Not bad.
Explode.
Melty, gooey, delicious, cheesy goodness. I mean, what's better than cheese? Melted cheese inside of a sausage. Obviously, the cherry peppers combination on top, grilled.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And the bun, another potato bun?
Yep, always.
Gentlemen, out of this world. It's like the perfect amount of spice. the combination of the meat, the cheese, the veggies. I mean, this is a full-blown meal.
Yeah.
This is a food pyramid.
Yeah, it is. That's the perfect baseball food.
The perfect baseball food. I mean, I know everyone talks about the hot dog, but give me the hot sausage stuffed with provolone cheese, topped with the cherry peppers, any day of the week.
Just
I'm
save
done.
me a couple, LG, okay?
I'm done. How many?
The look on your face. I'm looking at 2 going down right now. Okay?
So good. And I'm a big fan of like hot sausage. So, and Matt, I see your face, but I mean, did I miss any steps here?
No, you hit it all right on the head. And honestly, I wish
really
I could just like take you around with me everywhere I go to get that sort of encouragement and those kind words. So you nailed it. It's a perfect Italian sausage. And you're having all those combinations of flavors between the acid of the cherry pepper, the acid and that cherry pepper relish that's on there.
I miss the
that
acid.
beautiful slight heat that gets you can like want to take another bite, but it's not overpowering. And the perfect bun, the nice sweet soft potato roll. It's just like the whole package.
Yeah, it's like this beautiful vehicle for what you guys have put together here.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, honestly, mind-blowing, and this is hitting the spot as we've been working so hard sitting on the counter. You guys have been outside working your tails off, actually making the spread for us. And we're like, oh, we had to talk for 3 hours.
I was thinking when you were talking to the guy, you were saying, how do you have the longevity to get through a whole game of broadcasting?
Yeah.
There you go. Who brought you?
I will be fine in the booth if they sent this up halfway through the game. I'll be great.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we will be sure to share this with our crew. But if you're watching, real quick, people can just find you guys on social, Pig Beach Barbecue.
Yep, Pig Beach NYC. And Pig Beach Queens and Pig Beach Palm Beach.
Amazing. You got to go visit. I know I'm going to visit.
Gotta have it. Delicious. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Say right on time. Right on time.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Pig Beach Cookbook, anywhere books are sold.
Boom. And the barbecue sauce, right?
Right there.
It's a great read.
That's right.
I was just going through this thing, and I was like,
and
I want all of this.
You see the barbecue sauce on my fingers, okay? That's when you know. There's no playing around.
That's a perfect endorsement right there, Cam. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate you and everything you did to not only feed us, but our entire crew here, because if you can see behind the scenes, we have a very hungry crew. And on the other side here of the break, as we go into the bottom of the 7th inning, in Anaheim on the Altcast YouTube broadcast, we have a box break. So for all of those baseball card enthusiasts out there, stick with us.
He's been breaking for 10 years straight, so you know he's here to stay.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of green.
The energy is a thriller, and the cards are always killer. Cheap fun breaks is the big league way.
Is there any better intro video than that for the one and only Houdini, who is joining us? Go ahead, take it away, my friend.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy to be here. And you know, that's the first time I've actually seen the intro because it always plays while I'm breaking. And my dad's sitting next to me and he was like, what is that? I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
So cool.
Sorry, it was amazing. LG, Cameron, I'm so happy to be here. I can't tell you how honored I am to be a part of this. Excuse me, I'm just, cleaning off my desk and I've got the jitters. I've actually got the jitters. You know, it's just a little something, you know.
Oh, I love this.
Sorry about
I love this. NBD, what a great flex, Houdini.
I'm gonna have to send you, some photos. I've got a few pretty good cards. I'm not sure if they're worth anything, so let's we'll get back to that.
Okay, Houdini.
I got you.
Do your
Cameron,
thing.
I have something to show you though. Look at this.
See? Now we're talking. I just need that Dustin card out of that pack.
Dustin, okay, listen, this is 2022 definitive It is a high-end baseball card product by Topps and Fanatics. And there are just 8 cards in here and nothing else. I'm trying to get my jitters over with before I open it up so I don't spill the cards everywhere.
Oh, you're doing so great. We're so honored to have you on.
So MLB actually donated this box, and then we sold 8 spots through MLB auctions, and we were able to raise $7,000 for St. Jude Children's Hospital.
Wow. That is incredible.
During the game today, so it is such an honor.
And look at that box. That is incredible.
I know, right?
Wow,
It slides. Isn't that cool?
That is incredible.
Oh, I'm excited.
8 cards, right? 8 cards.
At least 8. Sometimes, and I can't stop. Sometimes there's more. You know, sometimes there's 9. But look at that for the Rays. He's a Ray. Brandon Lau, 4 of 5. He hits that's a game use patch off of one of his uniforms for Brandon Lau. This one, unfortunately, we call this one a napkin relic because it's so thin. It's just part of the jersey, you know. But Ke'Bryan Hayes,
yeah, Ke'Bryan Hayes,
15 out of 50, right? He's awesome. But you'll really like this guy. This one is Will the Thrill. Will the Thrill, and that's a game used bat. Will the Thrill.
We're talking about Will the Thrill game used. That is a legit game used bat. Will Clark.
28 out of 40. Now this one, you guys were just talking about this fella right here. CC Sabathia. 6 of 25. CC Sabathia.
Future Hall of Famer right there.
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely. And you know, Cameron, here's some teammates, right? 2022. This is game-used uniforms from both CC Sabathia and Andy Pettitte.
I mean, how cool is that card?
Ew.
2 of the best
Right?
lefties to toe the slab. I mean, that is good stuff right there.
That's fantastic. All right, so now we've got a slugger. We have Nolan Arenado. I believe that's 18 out of 30. Nolan Arenado.
Cardinals Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, that's you know, as a Rockies fan, I'm okay with it. Not bitter at all.
And then we have Edward Cabrera. That one's 25 out of 50. That's a rookie card.
Ooh.
Edward Cabrera. Fantastic. And then the captain, David Wright.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
25 out of 40. David Wright, New York Mets. So those are your 8 hits for the break. And I got a couple caps I'm going to send off with it. And I can't tell you enough how honored I am to be a part of this. And this Allcast is amazing. I've had so much fun. I've been in the chat room the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, I've been in the chat room. It's been a little crazy. You know, Courage brought his entire stream over. So his entire chat was just Courage,
What?
Courage. He took it over.
Awesome. No, we're so happy you could come on and share this with us. This is amazing. We love what you're doing for the baseball community. So continue to put out that content. And like I said, I've got a few cards that I need you to look at. I've been wondering, who's going to check out my card collection? Now, there you go, Houdini. You're up next. You're on deck. I'm going to be hitting you up.
An expert in the space.
If only you knew an expert. I got you. I am here for you.
Hey, Houdini, we only
yes.
we have an out, only one out. So do you want to open that Stranger Things pack?
I do.
Oh,
I do. Let's see if we can hit.
Give me some.
Let's see if we can hit some Dustin.
Make my
right?
day.
So
Dustin,
this is
Lucas, Murray. I mean, those are my 3. Erica, little sister, she's great. So.
Cam's going to lose his mind. Shut
Dustin,
the front door.
My guy.
It's the Houdini effect.
My guy.
So this is actually season 1. So some of the people won't be in. Steve will, and of course 11 and all the. You know,
Hopper.
There you go.
We get a Hopper, L. Okay.
Yes.
Gotta have L,
exactly.
the star.
There you go. And this is one of my favorites, Steve Herring.
I love it. Look at Steve.
Sorry about the curls. It's
Who's
before they
cooler
grew up.
than Steve? I love it. I appreciate you doing that. That made my day. You just gave me goosebumps. I mean, talking about totally nerding out over Stranger Things.
That was cool.
And
That was
really,
cool.
really enjoyed that.
Houdini knows his audience. And by the way, the way you just closed that pack, that was all the swag.
This is the only product that I can think of that has the slide. Like, how cool is that?
I mean, that is one of the coolest packs that I've seen, seriously.
Nice. donated by MLB, and
Yes.
you said you raised $7,000 for St. Jude's Hospital.
At least 7,000 because the bids kept going. I thought they ended at 5, but if you're in the middle of bidding, they still, they'll still count it. So last I looked, it was 6,900 because MLB actually matched every penny.
Oh, that's so great.
I love that. That's a beautiful thing. And that's something that MLB has always done. You know, if you have a charity that you want to sponsor, they were always willing to match the donation. So I'm glad that they were able to do that. But while we have you, and with 2 outs now, in the bottom of the 7th, I want to ask you, I know there are a lot of expensive cards, but expensive doesn't always mean favorite. What's your favorite card that you've unveiled, whether it's the most expensive or just the one that you go, hey, this is priceless. There's no amount of money that I would give this one up over if there's one. And maybe, there's always an amount of money that might be enough. But is there one that means that much to you?
There are a couple, actually. The most expensive card I've ever hit is a basketball card. I hit the Giannis rookie logo patch. It recently sold for over $2 million.
Wow.
That's the most expensive card I've ever hit.
Wow.
The coolest, though, is I actually hit a booklet, and in the booklet, there's a Babe Ruth autograph, a cut autograph, and the bat knob from one of his game-used bats.
Oh, that is so. With that said, are you telling me game-used material cards are worth more, probably, or always worth more, or not necessarily?
Yes, almost always they are. And on some guys, that's worth more than anything, like say a Josh Gibson or something like that, where it's just almost impossible to come across that. Everybody was collecting Babe Ruth, but not as many people were collecting some of the players from the, early 1900s and the late 1800s, and that stuff can just go for crazy amounts. In this product, there's a Ty Cobb cut. We didn't hit it, but it's in there, it was a check he had signed. And then they took that, an old damaged check, and then they inserted it into a card.
Whoa.
And that, I was really hoping, I promise, but no luck on the Ty Cobb. But yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, the memorabilia that's been inserted into these cards, and they just make the box breaks that much more exciting. Houdini, thank you. You absolutely crushed this. It was an absolute pleasure having you on, and we hope to do more with you in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
I would love it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Cool. The Stranger Things, icing on the cake, man. Houdini knows his audience. By the way, we saw that Shohei Ohtani card. I know some people were watching. He tripled on a sharp line drive to right, and that was an RBI triple, though, there for Shohei Ohtani. So he's doing okay at the plate here on this YouTube Altcast against the M's. The legend always grows. I know we were talking about the MVP scenario. Okay, so real quick, Justin White, our producer, am I allowed to open up this Topps Tier 1?
Oh, snap.
Should we do a box break?
Let's do a box break.
Okay, let's do a box break. Are we on camera? Do I have to wait till we're on camera? You know what?
I'm excited now, right?
Take a break. Okay. It's not the cool slide box, I'll tell you that much. By the way, so with that RBI triple, we have ourselves a 4-run ball game here at the end of the 7th, going into the 8th. Okay.
I'm excited about this.
So full disclosure, I am not big into trading cards. So for me, I want you to just educate me throughout the course of this experience.
I'm not as big either. When I was a kid, there was a gentleman who had a collection of cards that, gave my mother a collection of cards. He was getting rid of them. So I had a bunch of basketball cards, some old Griffey cards, some Babe Ruth cards. So a lot of good cards just sit at my house. Babe Ruth, I mean, a great collection. I just want to know, what are they worth? What are we getting?
So basically what I'm telling you all is you're kind of seeing this through the eyes of a non-experienced card box breaker.
He didn't tell us, is there a way to open a pack or what? He didn't say.
Oh, Houdini,
don't mess this up, LG, all right? I don't have
you
Houdini.
You just put a lot of pressure on me.
Houdini hitting us back.
Do I open it like this? Oh, can we get Houdini back?
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like I'm opening up a pack of Pop-Tarts. Only these Pop-Tarts could be worth a lot of money. No big deal. As we go into the top of the 8th, Michael Myers still on the mound there for the Angels. Okay. Whew. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Don't mind the non-manicure here. It's fine. Listen, I'm a woman of the people. I'm in my hoodie, backwards hat, and no manicure, all right? Rip it down the middle? Well, someone just told me to rip it down the middle. It's a little too late, guys.
Uh-oh, what do we have? What do we have, LG?
Ooh, okay, 217 out of 249. Yordan Alvarez, game used jersey.
Wow.
Bruh.
Jordan. Listen, exit velo king right here. This dude is smashing the league up.
Okay. Ooh, this one's really good. That's
Tier
a
1.
thick one, too. You have game used jersey.
217
that game
of
used,
2.9.
right?
Game used. I
Game
love it.
used. Okay, are you ready for this one? We have any Jays fans out there? Vlad Jr., 54 of 99, top certified, autograph.
Some heat. Let's go.
Listen, I may not know what I'm doing, but I might be lucky.
Let me stick that
you
one.
You don't have to be good to be
stick that one right.
Okay.
Stick that one right. That's a good one right there.
Ooh, okay. This one not as exciting. 261 out of 299.
Who do we have? Who do we have? Let's get excited for it.
Red's great. TJ. Fredo? Huh? Okay, both of us don't know. That's not ideal. Nope.
So who do we have next, LG?
That's all we got.
Who do we have next, LG?
Let's revisit the Jordan Alvarez and Vlad Jr. Or we were out of gas and guests for now. So, do you know that one? It's autographed. You know what? If the World Series champ doesn't know.
I need Google to pronounce that last name for me, okay?
TJ Friedl. There we go.
TJ Friedl. There it is.
Pronunciation.
Need you.
TJ Friedl of the Cincinnati Reds.
That's it. We got 3 cards. That's it.
It was 3 card. It was a 3-card box break. It was a tier 1. But I mean, I'm sorry.
Tell you what, these 2 though. Tell you what.
Yeah. ALCS MVP from last year.
Possible future AL MVP at some point.
Exactly.
Jordan Alvarez is incredible.
Yes.
Vladdy Jr. It's some good stuff right there.
We'll take that as our altcast rolls on here on YouTube. Joel McHale around the corner, diehard M's fan. I actually met him at the celebrity softball game, no big deal, at Dodger Stadium. And it turns out he's thrown out the first pitch not once, not twice, but 3 times, dude. He also played college football, so he's a decent
sneaky athlete. We know how funny he is, but he's a sneaky good athlete when you check his bio out. You know, so far though, this has been outstanding. I've loved this experience. I think what's going on, just to get the, outlook on different platforms, what it is, the social media content.
I've learned so much.
I mean, how awesome has this been, right?
I really have, and again,
and chill, like you said, chill, sweats, hanging out.
I'm in a hoodie
backwards hats. I mean,
and this is what I take the subway. So I live in Manhattan. Our studios, not that anyone really cares, but we're gonna pull back the curtain. Our studios are in Secaucus, New Jersey. I take the subway here, and usually I wear this, and then I have to put on much nicer clothing in order to broadcast on MLB Network or wherever other platform we're on. And this is really nice.
Oh,
man.
how nice is it?
With my dude.
I told you I love my suits, but when I got casual wear, UNLG hanging out, chilling, hitting a different spectrum that baseball fans aren't quite used to. I think this has been an outstanding day so far. I mean, I've enjoyed it. Bill Nye giving us a little science.
That was wild.
I mean, a little content creation.
The 8th grader in me was so happy.
Courage was great.
Courage was phenomenal. And his play-by-play
awesome.
chops, yeah, they're pretty good. I could see him having a future if he has the time, though, because he is an all-star gamer, maybe one of the bigger celebrities on the planet. We had Katie Feeney on. We had Caleb Green in studio. Amazing content creators, part of the creator class with MLB. We played a game with Katie Feeney.
That was pretty fun.
Do you want to play the letter challenge, just you and I?
We can try it. Let's go, because
Okay.
let's do it.
It'll be a team sport.
It's all about the letter you get.
It's the yeah.
Like K.
Oh, boo.
Mix it up, please.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you can go, okay, Baseball City, starting with an M. I keep thinking towns. Miami is perfect. Ding, do we get a ding?
Played there.
Ding. Give us a ding.
Miami, ding.
Okay, or Milwaukee. Yes, see, team sport, thank you. Animal starting with an M. I keep thinking like marsupial, monkey, go.
Monkey, boom.
Baseball team, Mariners,
boom. Ballpark food.
Ooh,
Milk duds.
All right. You can buy milk duds at a ballpark?
Is that not a ballpark snack? I mean,
Miller Lite?
Yeah, Miller Lite,
I don't think they were presenting beer sponsor
$27 beer, why not? Throw that in there.
Movie character starting with an M. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is actually a television character.
Medea, you can have it.
Mike Myers, who was also
Mike Myers,
reliever in this game for the Angels.
He was a murderer, serial killer.
Favorite player starting with an M. I mean, can we go last name first?
Yeah.
Maybin, first name Cameron.
My dog, LG. You my dog. I love it.
Dude, this is this is, by the way,
I mean, it's
full
so
disclosure,
good.
our first time working together.
I'm going, you know what? I'm going to give a guy some love who needs some love. Mayne Machado, you know what? Take the reins
And
over.
the double M.
Lead the group. Double M's too, Mayne Machado. I see you.
Okay, favorite musician?
Marsha Ambrosius.
Nice.
Love me some Marsha Ambrosius.
I was going to come at you with a real lame one. Who play? Oh, Madonna. Also,
I like Michael Bublé.
Megan Stallion.
Yeah, love it. There you go.
Did I just redeem myself?
Sauce.
Baseball phrase starting with an M.
Move the runners.
Boom.
I mean,
Did we just dominate you?
Is that it? Is that? Oh, that was the last one. Baseball phrase.
Mow 'em down.
I like it. Mow 'em down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was fun. I thought we were gonna do the emoji thing. Apparently, we get to lay out. That's a phrase we use in the biz. On the other side, Joel McHale, diehard M's fan, comedian, actor. He does it all. He played in the celebrity softball game. Tremendous athlete. He's going to join us. It's probably going to get weird, so you want to stick around.
Unreal. Belted deep to right. Forget about it. That will plenty do it. Say goodbye. Just owning everything. This is incredible. And an instant classic. It's the game of the year.
Celeb softball standout. We were hanging out at Dodger Stadium not too long ago. Mariners fan threw out the first pitch 3 separate times. Joel McHale joins us here on the Altcast stream. Dude, what's up? It looks sunny and beautiful.
Yeah, where are you? Paradise in the background, or is that your backyard? I mean,
look at this. It's just a nice 97 degrees here in the valley. It's not even mosquitoes can live in this heat. It's wonderful.
That's a great
what
thing.
What a rosy picture you're
what.
painting there.
For the this is this is our palatial garden here that my dogs pee all over all the time.
Well, whoever your gardener is, I need their number because the manicuring there of that bush, I mean, Edward Scissorhands has nothing on that dude. That's an old
And
reference.
that is our
I just
gardener.
aged myself.
It's Johnny Depp.
I mean, he's looking
Johnny
for work.
Depp is our gardener. He's making extra money.
So this is the thing, Joe. We know how funny you are. You know, your comedy, you know, listen, the parade wave when we came on, but I don't think people know about the sneaky athlete that you are. I mean, you want to give us a little background on your athleticism? What's up with that?
I would love to. Yes, I would love to. Thank you for asking. As you know, I was drafted by the Padres when I was 13. No, I haven't even seen the home run. That makes me so happy. That's all I did. I was terribly dyslexic, horrible student. So all I wanted to do was play sports and act. And so if there was a ball involved, then I was throwing it. I'm like a golden retriever. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this catch. Oh, there it is.
I was gonna say there were some pretty
golden
big
retriever
skills
skills right on display right there. I mean, you snipped that one out, my friend. I love it.
I did get the in the park home run, but as you know, it's softball. So if you just keep running, eventually someone's going to make a mistake.
I was gonna say, so did JoJo Siwa.
Yeah. And she literally at one point was just like, I've never played this game. I'm like, hey, you're going to be fine.
It made me feel so good.
But I liked how some of the professional players didn't really hit the ball. I'm like, what's going on with you guys? This is what you did for a living.
It's crazy. Rust builds up that fast. That's how fast the rust builds up. After a few Mai Tais, a few Miller Lights that we just had on, it's quick how fast you forget how to do what you've done your whole life. So I'm right there. I'm close in that cusp. You know, I retired in January, so I haven't swung a bat since. So when I come out to the next celebrity softball game with you, don't hold it against me.
Have you been working out?
Tons of working out. I'm all about the working out. So that has not stopped. It's just the whole swinging and the whole throwing thing. I'm kind of just over it right now.
Well, you did it. You did a lot of it for most of your life, so it's understandable that you would. But that was one of the most thrilling moments of my life, hitting that home run. I couldn't believe. I was like, I cannot believe the joy that I'm experiencing from this. I told my wife that marrying her was not nearly
like a distant
what this day was.
Okay. Let's talk about joy, right? Let's talk about joy. You're an M's fan. Thrown out the pitch now at three times. Was that
three separate times?
3 different times.
He let us know.
Do you feel like, and no, don't give me that, Mariner faithful answer. Do you feel like this is the year? Because when I watched the M's, I had a chance to call the Yankee series, the past series, out there in Seattle, and I really was impressed. I really think Jerry DiPoto has done a really outstanding job putting the right pieces together. I mean, Mitch Haniger and Marco, Gonzalez, the only two left, but two really good pieces that you could keep around. How do you feel as an M's fan? Do you say, if we get in, this could be the year?
We're the greatest baseball team in the history of the sport. So see what I did there? You were like, don't give me that answer. Well, I think you are right. And I think we finally have the hitters. And it's not like when we had King Felix, who was one of the best pitchers in baseball, but we just could not produce runs. So, and obviously, Rodriguez is a revelation. I hope he didn't hurt himself after the home run derby because he didn't play for 2 weeks or something.
Right.
But you get the feeling that it's, how sometimes you just get that thing like, hey, it seems to be working and we seem to be winning more than we're losing, and it's not stopping. It's not like we're hitting droughts right now. And if we just keep doing that, I don't know what I read the percentages sometimes, and it'll be like, they have a 33% chance of getting it, and I'll be like, all right. And then someone says, it's a 70%. I was like, I don't know. But I feel like this is the year that we're going to get there. And if we get there, there's no reason why we shouldn't win.
Listen, I don't know if you should pay attention.
Thank you. I'm Joel McHale.
I agree.
That was good.
I love it.
I support
and I'll
this
take
message.
That. I support that message. I do.
Maybe you just need to have the believe sign in the stands and not pay attention to the actual percentages. This M's Love Fest is about to get that much better. Obviously, and you're now the host of Celebrity Beef. We're bringing on another celebrity here on this Altcast stream. The man, the myth, the legend, someone who I absolutely loved coming up in the business.
Yes,
God,
legend.
Main
Thank
Street,
you.
Just the man, Kenny Mayne.
Thank you for all the entertainment.
Welcome.
The sports field for years. Thank you.
There was a lot of controversy on Twitter. People thought that they're replace the regular baseball, like where they talked about WAR and OPS and all those things, and back in the 60s. I'll talk pilots. I'll tell you stuff on pilots. Seattle was 1969 here. But no, this is a secondary show to attract viewers to baseball. Let me explain it for you. Thanks for making me a part of it.
Oh my gosh, when you quote tweeted me, I was like, you know what, my career and my life has been made. You probably won't remember this, but I introduced myself to you at the Super Bowl in New York, and you're like, yeah, dude, beat it. But you were actually really nice and gracious, but I was just like, oh my God, I just shook Kenny Mayne's hand. Like, my life is complete. So thank you.
That's a little bit, but I'm on the porch at my daughter's apartment. It's move-in day at USC, proud member of the big, calling themselves now, the Big M. But yeah, she's here when we're in. I got my tie. I'm excited about the day. Is the game still going? We were up about 9-3 or something.
The game is still going. Your stream is a little choppy here. We have a 9-5 game in the bottom of the 8th.
It's a good
Joel.
thing. No, it's a really good thing your daughter's moving because her Wi-Fi connection is awful.
Yeah, Kenny, are you paying the bills? Are you skipping
the
on the
college
Wi-Fi?
life? Is that the college Wi-Fi, or what we got? Is that the Marriott guest Wi-Fi?
I'm just extra digital. I don't believe in Wi-Fi. I think it should be read for free across America, but apparently not. Hey, what's the Wi-Fi code? Is there a Wi-Fi code, sir?
Okay, Kenny, I'm being told by a producer that you need to FaceTime us.
Now I'm seeing his crotch.
Is this too much for you,
Joel?
Joel?
Is this not right down your alley, Joel?
They told me to put the phone on a pants.
Just start waving it around.
Joel, Kenny was giving us that Mr. Man treatment from, the scary movie scene right
Kenny,
there.
Why don't you log into your AOL account and see if the modem is working properly?
Oh no, that's actually there. You go.
I was told to join the show. The man stick your phone on a plant or anything that will stabilize it. Wi-Fi went bad, which I was never on in the first place. I'm just using cellular data. We have unlimited data on our plan. I don't know about you. Is it working better?
I like it right there.
It's definitely
hold steady right there. Now let's get back to baseball real quick. So while we have a good, clear connection, do you agree with your buddy Joel up there? He says, I asked him about the M's. He didn't give me a fan favorite answer. He gave me a pretty good, politically correct answer, and I agree. He thinks that this is the year the M's get in. Jerry DiPoto's made some really amazing moves. Do you think this roster, this group of guys could really get in and maybe do some damage and surprise some people? I think they could, is why I'm asking. I think they have finally had the pieces that could send them to where they want to go.
I think they're making it for sure. They've been fun to watch. I got to go to a couple games when I was up in Seattle in July, and they have like this good energy about them, and different people show up and make the plays. Our center fielder is Griffey 2.0. I'm going on record as that. So he's going to have that kind of career. It's fun. They're fun to watch, and I'm glad that they're having success. And we haven't been in the playoffs forever and a day, but this will be the one. And once you get in, you're in. So that's impossible to predict. It depends on who does what once you get a little bit lucky in the playoffs.
And a good thing about this team,
that's a ball outside.
Unlike that, 114-win team.
Despite the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, despite the Wi-Fi. Unlike that 114-win team, what I like about this team is they face some adversity this year. 116. 116, excuse me. Unlike that season where they got in the playoffs and got hit in the mouth for the first time and didn't know what happened, I like this team. They had some adversity go their way. They've been through some ups and downs, but I think they're getting healthy at the right time. I think the pitching is extremely well. I think guys don't realize the amount of good young arms they have in the starting rotation. The bullpen has been lights out the whole second half. So, I couldn't agree with you guys more, but I like the adversity that they've already hit. So they'll be used to it come October. They'll be ready for the challenge. And I think both guys have a great point. I know, Kenny, the Wi-Fi is a little bit better right there, but great point. I heard you as clear as day.
It's not Wi-Fi, it's digital. It's unlimited digital plan.
By the way, your selfie angle
ripped off.
is on point. Joel, I understand the two of you are friends. I need to hear the origin story.
Well, Kenny, what happened? You took the computer out of the gutter, and it got worse again.
Gretchen came out for me. Too loud. Have I been yelling? I thought I was just very demonstrative.
Joel, I'm
going to do an impression of Kenny Mayne now. Yeah, I had at the baseball scene.
This is like the Gronk and Tom Brady commercial, like the Verizon commercial when the signal's choppy and.
But since you two are such good friends, Joel, I think you can interpret what he said. So why don't you tell us what Kenny was trying to tell the stream here?
We dated in college, and he was a little older, but that's what I was into. And, we fell away apart for a while, and then, we really just became good friends. I met Kenny at a ABC upfront party in Tavern on the Green in New York, and I was so excited. I was excited like you when I was like, I'm talking to Kenny Mayne right now, and he's it's like a Seattle legend. So on top, it's like meeting Kevin Calabro, who called our Sonics games.
Oh, it's better than that. It's better than that.
Well, definitely. Kevin has less hair, which is saying a lot, and. So when I met him, I was like, he's super nice. I don't know what the hell's going on. But all of a sudden now we're talking and now we're exchanging numbers and that's all happening. And Kenny is he's in the top 3 funniest sports analysts of all time, which is hard to do, and there needs to be more like him.
Yeah, who are the top two,
who are the other two in that category? Because I mean, I got.
Well, I didn't want to just
I'm
say.
gonna call you Mr. Mayne. You're number one. We've talked about it in our book. I mean.
Oh, well, I will say I'm not saying these guys are better, but when the Keith Olbermann, Craig Kilborn days were going in the 90s, it was a comedy show. And then all of a sudden they added Kenny. And I was just like, this is the funniest. This is funnier than Saturday Night Live and some of the setups. So, what I'm saying, so Kenny, yes, Kenny is definitely the most unique. And he comes up with stuff that you do not like. It's totally. If Kenny had wanted to, he could have just been a stand-up and done very well. Instead, he's in an apartment wearing a crappy T-shirt on crappy Wi-Fi.
It's digital.
But you did good. USC, you did your job as a dad. All right, you did your job, Kenny.
That was very kind. You know what? That was very nice, and I'm humbled by what he said. And it was exciting for me to meet as well. There's Gretchen is having Thai food over there.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, everybody. Remember talking? Yeah. And Joel and I are now best friends. So we're constantly together. Actually, I saw him once since that. But no, what's happening in the game? Or do we even give a damn about the game?
It's a 4-run game. It's not that exciting.
95.
Yeah, it's a 9-5
says 0-0. I can't read the score. What's the score? It's a 9-3 still?
9-5, 2-2 count. Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Looking for a second homer of the game.
Let's talk about some baseball here for those hardcore baseball fans. That's low inside off the dirt. Great stop.
So tell me, you want to talk
let's
baseball?
go back to 1969 and talk about that Seattle Pilots season. Tommy Harper led the American League in stolen bases with 73. I attended like 30 games. It was Six Stadium on Rainier. Now it's the Lowe's Home Improvement Store. First bases in the paint aisle. But those were the days. That was our first team, and it was so exciting to have them. And then they took off to Milwaukee. Bud Selig stole them, sort of like how the Sonics got stolen when you sell teams to people that don't live in your town. And then we got the Mariners after Slade Gordon sued Major League Baseball. That's a great plug, I know. But we did get the team, and they had the kingdom, and here we are making the playoffs.
Hey, Joel,
That's the story of the Mariners.
Here we are making the playoffs. I like it.
Joel, are you on your phone for this right now? Because I would like for you to open the text thread between the two of you and read the latest thread. Because I need to know more about this friendship between two of the funniest people.
Is that possible?
I have to go vertical. The technology exists, gentlemen.
Hold on.
Oh, gosh.
Here's what it says.
I said,
Kenny was like, Joel, what the hell is this show? Me, I don't know. Kenny, are we going to be on this show? And then he said, how much are you getting paid? And I said $10,000.
None of that. No.
What?
I wrote him to just check in, and I said, are we on that thing today at the same or separate? And then I sent him a tweet that is having to do with the Palio in Italy. Don't worry about that. Then he said, I don't know.
Right.
I'm on the 3-3.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is Kenny Mayne in black at the bottom corner of your screen. So
you told me to look at my
he said, the thing, which he said, are we going to be on this thing? And that was a microaggression.
I'm back.
That was. Thank you for identifying that.
And while you left,
hey,
just so
the
you
Mariners
know,
just got a
I was going
two-run
to
home
say,
run.
while you left, Cal Raleigh just hit his second homer of the game. So you guys also have your catcher for the future. You should be really excited about Cal Raleigh. I watched him as a young man. This is a guy that you guys are going to have a lot of fun watching for years. So, Kenny, you want to talk baseball? Cal Raleigh, what do you think?
I'm fine with all their young people. And they have an energy similar to like when the Houston Astros, while they did cheat, they had a really cool energy about them. Maybe it's because they were cheating and they knew they were going to do
I was on that team, Kenny. I came over through waivers, but you're right. It was a good energy on the team.
Because you know you're going
to the way they would celebrate.
Are you wearing a wire right now?
We have accounts.
Joe, I was not a part of the whole wire scandal. I was with the Yankees then, okay? After that, all right?
Oh.
I was there for the trash can beating, but again, in my defense, I was there at the last 2 months. I mean, I came in on the trade waivers. What do you want me to do?
Win in Houston.
I didn't know.
Do as the Houstonians do.
Yeah, or maybe you could have been traded to Boston. They were cheating as well.
True.
Guys, this took a turn.
When this show gets reviewed, Is the game still going? That's the first question.
The game is still going. Your team is winning 11-5. Yeah.
In the 8th or
we're
the
going
9th?
into the bottom of the 9th.
Are they going to have the kids who didn't play come in later? Is there going to be a special game afterward, or just?
Yeah, you guys are. So, oh, we have a special guest. This was unannounced here. Joel, who is this?
Unannounced. This is Beanbag the dog.
Beanbag, what a name. I love it.
How did you come up with the name Beanbag? Because my niece named our dog Elbow.
That's a good name.
It's a solid name.
Beanbag's mom and siblings are all named after types of beans. So Pinto and Garbanzo and a couple others. And so I was like, let's do it, but let's just be slightly, different. And so we went with Beanbag.
Oh, Beanbag seems like a sweetheart. How old is Beanbag?
Look at this. He's a tiny cow. Look at that body.
Look at, what a cutie.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet. Body by Kibble. I love that. Kenny, I want to
He's a
go back to
little
the
cow.
phone thing and this friendship, which is clearly very fascinating
Can I-
to me. What's the last picture you two took together? What's like the coolest experience you guys have had together?
We can't show
Probably.
I'm just glad you
That is
named the
on
dog.
all three.
I'm just glad you named the dog Beanbag and not another bag that you could have named him. Rhymes with your hat.
I thought this was why we're
Dude, Kenny's out. I thought you prompted him, Joel. Like I feel like as a fellow M's fan and friend, you're like responsible for his digital footprint.
Let's freeze this shot of Kenny so we remember this.
How does Kenny's connection get worse when he went inside?
He's closer to the router.
We're not using Wi-Fi. This is unlimited data.
Unlimited, yes.
No, it feels pretty limited to me.
Yeah, no wonder they're giving it away.
Yeah, limits are dwindling down right now.
Yeah, they're just giving all the it's unlimited. It's unlimitedly bad.
Remember, I didn't set this up. I told you it was moving to USC. I'll have to do it by phone. Can you hear any of that?
That was amazing.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Okay. And I still wanted to make the point that Joel's on my podcast. I'm just getting in a plug for our audience.
I was about to ask you what you're working on, so go for it. Yeah, tell us everything.
Yeah, Joel, we just had Aubrey Plaza, famous actor. Tomorrow we have Ellie Mistal, controversial political opinionator. Then the next week, Joel's interview was the most ridiculous of the 12. And it was great.
Shocker.
I totally enjoyed it. It was as chaotic and spastic as this show we're doing. It just, it was all over the place.
Okay, so why didn't you reenact
there
some
was
of it?
better Wi-Fi. No. There was much better Wi-Fi. I'm talking about the dialogue, and he just ran down the street and did things on his own, and I tried to stay up with him.
I was pretty drunk.
I like this. Why aren't you drunk for this
No,
series?
I wasn't drunk. It was like 11 in the morning.
It's 5 o'clock
I get drunk
somewhere.
at
There's
12.
no judgment.
Yes, I think
I
we
like Kenny's
enjoyed
believing that I was drunk.
It seemed like you could have. We appreciate each other, I believe, and he got to meet my wife. He liked her. She liked him, and we're both from the Seattle area. So I just think we have a nice bond because of that. In answer to the question a half an hour ago.
Well, thank you for circling back,
Yep.
and that's a mark of a true
See?
professional in the sports broadcasting space to always come
As
back
you know,
and answer questions.
if you say say Kenny lost his sense of humor tomorrow, he would still be like one of the best sports analysts of all time.
Right?
Absolutely.
He wouldn't be funny. It'd be, but then you get the other part of it, and it's really intimidating.
Now, mostly what we try to do is don't screw it up. Don't screw it up, and then once you got comfortable, you had fun. Stuart Scott always used to say as the tease was rolling, he'd look over and say, "Let's get stupid." And it made you
Really?
giggle, and you knew, let's have fun together, right? And I always remember that when I would do anything live or, any kind of performance.
Yeah.
Get stupid.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Okay, I'm being told,
Colder than a pillow.
Kenny Mayne,
What?
that you have a Randall Cunningham story for us with one out in the bottom of the
Lengthy one.
ninth. Well, we have to. It could be a long story. We just, that's the beauty of baseball. There's no clock, so go for it.
So there are no commercials with this. We're just going, we're just marching down the field.
The floor is yours.
Listen, Cam and I are exhausted.
The floor is yours. Neither one of us has went to the bathroom. It's all you guys.
We had a
We
makeup
love it.
tutorial before the
We loved
game.
it.
My bladder's out to
Well, I'll
here.
tell you
It's
what.
fine.
if you want to go to the restroom, we can handle the show until you get back. I did that with Bill Walton.
I don't trust your limited digital situation here. Joel's game, though. Joel, you carry this.
We know you're in, but Kenny, we not sure about that unlimited data. I don't know, man.
Oh, no, I've relieved myself twice on this podcast. Right now.
That's why you're shooting from here up, huh?
Didn't you notice a couple times I did that?
Yeah, I was wondering what happened to the tripod. What are we doing?
I feel like beanbag was a distraction. By the way, Shohei Ohtani.
Does my connection still suck? Oh, Ohtani's at bat. Let's break in live coverage of the Ohtani at bat.
Yeah, why don't you do some play-by-play? You two play-by-play. You two are a booth right now.
Can we just get a quick one?
By the way, Ohtani's ridiculous. We'll get back to Randall Cunningham shortly. He's a pastor in Las Vegas, makes gospel music. Grew up on a barber. His older brother is Sam from USC in New England. And here's the pitch to Ohtani. I can't see that far. Strike call. Is it 0-2?
These are baseball teams.
1-1.
Baseball teams are playing baseball right now on a baseball field. They've got bats and hats and gloves. Some of them are wearing 2 gloves. One is a small glove, then they put a large, crazy-looking Freddy Krueger-like glove. And Ohtani has hit the ball.
Deep.
It
is a vacancy.
And 4 for 5 today.
4 for 5. It doesn't matter.
Kenny, come on, you can't miss that call, man.
That's a 2-run
I couldn't see
homer by
it. The
Ohtani.
screen's like a quarter this big, freezing up on me. You guys complaining about my Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi.
Okay, redeem yourself here with the replay. Like, let's rack it back and pretend like this is live.
Well, I'll tell you, I met Kazuhiro Sasaki, the Mariners relief pitcher. I didn't speak Japanese, he didn't speak English, and he taught me how to say peekaboo. And on this, I would say nai ba. I think I murdered that. Just letting you know, I was on time for that one.
Night.
That was a good hit.
Like peekaboo. No, we're talking about the call. She said to redeem myself.
Yeah, so he got another shot at the call.
And what about Ohtani?
He was talking and I couldn't see it.
Shohei Ohtani putting on the hat, looking really tired of putting on that hat. I mean, this is a team who's losing. Shohei Ohtani looking like, what are we still doing the hat for right now? I mean, this dude is incredible. Get this guy some ice for his back after the game because he's carrying this entire team. Get him some ice.
Nice. He's pretty good so far.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's
I have
fun
a Kenny
to watch.
Mayne
He does
question.
everything.
Joel, please, let's hear it.
Do you think T-Mobile Park in Seattle should also build like a Jurassic Park-like ride in their outfield, like the Angel Stadium? Do you think that would be like super Seattle feeling?
I like that. And eventually you have good Wi-Fi, bad Wi-Fi, good cellular plans.
Dead zone, hot zone, perfect.
It's representative of the whole industry.
I like how close you're getting to the camera now.
What do you guys want?
I like how close you are.
I didn't bring in a crew to shoot this. I'm not the most coveted man in Hollywood like Joel McHale. I just have my phone.
Yes,
I'm in an apartment with bare walls. There's the there's the TV.
Make sure there are batteries in that smoke detector.
Meanwhile, I'm still starving. I got typhoid over there. I can see it. Did I really show a PG-13 shot earlier? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry if that happened.
It was streaming. It's fine.
Yeah, we got a nice. It's okay. Not every day you get to see a legend's crotch. So
you know what? It's not every day.
It's great.
Daughters thought that was. They got weird over the.
It was great.
Now coming to the plate, legendary crotch. Shohei Ohtani.
That is an old-timey nickname. Guys, hey, All-Star Game is in Seattle next season. Can we see this bromance continue? No. Is that the game?
Yeah. I want to.
And the M's win. Guys, real quick before we let you go.
We're going to go to Dick's. We're going to go to Pike Place Market. Yeah, we'll do it all.
So, but you'll both be participating in the Celebrity All-Star softball game, right?
I was just about to.
That.
Here we go again.
Right on time.
Ultimate cliffhanger. Kenny Mayne leaving us at the edge of our seats.
Kenny,
I'm back.
Excite. Game. Seattle.
Wait.
Summer.
Am I here? Am I back?
You're back.
Yes.
You're back.
I'm back.
No, thumbs up.
I felt like I was there the whole time.
Well, you were for you.
In spirit.
I'm not in
In
charge
spirit.
of the Wi-Fi or the unlimited data plan. I'm just the phone user. I'm the consumer.
Wait, Kenny, this is USC she's at?
What
We
an
just moved
endorsement.
in. We don't even have our passwords. It's just
Right,
we have
but
a free TV
this is
that doesn't
USC,
work.
right? And you're at
University
of Southern California.
proud member of the Big Ten. What?
That is like it's not cheap.
Tell me about it.
It should be really nice Wi-Fi.
Unlimited Wi-Fi. Take it up with the chancellor and whatever that other guy, the provost.
I
What's
feel
a
like
provost?
you have a really strongly worded memo that you need to send out.
Well, hey, fellas, thank
I
you
will
guys.
say we are both very excited about the All-Star game in Seattle, and this hopefully will get me invited to it.
You will be. You killed it in LA.
Fourth first pitch, hopefully. You know, there you go.
I got that softball thing. I'm, bitter, maybe. So the Randall Cunningham story we'll do next then.
Yes, perfect. That'll be our next all-cast stream where you two are a part of the M's game that we'll have here.
And maybe you
on
can go
YouTube.
visit Joel so you can use his Wi-Fi or unlimited minutes, and we'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Randall Cunningham is a preacher now? It doesn't mean anything if it doesn't work. It's like saying, look at all this awful food. The food is terrible, and there's so much of it.
No, different. He's legitimate. He's a good man. He also coaches his kids in the high jump, remember? And he could throw a football 82 yards.
I was still talking about the Wi-Fi connection.
Guys, thank
That was
you.
not.
Kenny Mayne, legend. Joel, I mean, you guys. What,
Real quick, you got to plug everything you're working on.
Please, plug it.
Go ahead, Joel. We know your Wi-Fi works.
Oh, I'm calling Kenny Mayne right now to see how this went for him. Watch Celebrity Beef on E, you guys, and watch. Hey, Kenny, this will be better. Now he's on speaker, guys.
Okay, even better.
I think it went pretty well. Were you happy, Kenny?
I'm in black now. You took me off. I did finally have a stable shot. Now I'm in black.
We are calling it Kenny After Dark.
Yes. Yes.
I'm fine with that. What are you plugging? You're on a cooking show. I threw eggs at Bobby Flay once, so there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an achievement. Watch Celebrity Beef on E. Watch The Bear on FX. Watch Stargirl on CW, and watch Crime Scene Kitchen on Fox this winter.
What aren't you doing?
Love
I'm
it.
exhausted just hearing that.
I'm a workaholic, OCD crazy person, and someday I just want to go sailing with Kenny.
Well,
he just hung up on me.
You're amazing at what you do when you just lost Kenny. So thank you for being on. We appreciate you.
A testament to the great friendship between Joel McHale and Kenny Mayne. Kenny, say your piece, my
great.
friend.
Promote it, Kenny.
Register to vote. Register to vote. That's my message on this show. I got a podcast called Hey Mayne, and I work with Caesar.
All right. Kenny, all we heard was register the oath. Okay?
Text it to Joel. He'll tweet it, and we'll figure it out.
We will register the oath.
I'm going
Register
home to
your
support
oaths?
Sue Bird in the Storm. Boy,
yeah.
we're going to win a technical achievement Emmy. If we don't get that out of this, then what was the point?
Guys,
I've already got a
absolute
couple of
honor,
those.
pleasure. Look forward to seeing you both in Seattle next year at the Celebrity Softball Game. Guys, thank you so much.
If I'm invited.
Go M's.
Thank you.
Oh, good stuff.
What on earth just happened? Dude, that's it. Here we go.
First
We did
one,
it.
what a ball.
Crushed it. I'm a
Oh,
high
we
fiver.
killed it. That was great.
gonna
Great
go
guest, great time. We get to use the bathroom. We get to eat good. Let's go. I mean, what a
so
show.
badly. So we're just going to say bye. Thank you so much for joining us for the Altcast. M's came out with the big win. Thanks to all of our guests, our great crew at MLB Network. Lauren Gardner, Cameron Maybin. See you next time.